wanna do the same thing. Yup, that's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yup. On the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And if quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts bro, lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing, yo. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. mainstream. That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts bro, facts. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing, yo. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. So I'm going mainstream. brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts bro, facts. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. So I'm going mainstream. That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts bro, facts. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup, that's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to day number 3 of the Ruthless Ladies Invitational Pro League. The final day of the first Super Weekend. My name is IMPERIUM, and I'm back on your screens. I know, I missed yesterday. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, but I'm back today for another set of games. 3 more games coming your way. And look, boy, oh boy, it seems like 2OP have been stepping up to the plate while I was gone. You know, I don't know what happened to them, but it's quite obvious they got every single game pretty much nailed down. Yesterday, okay, still only 1 chicken dinner, but those 60 placement points is just miles ahead of the closest team on highest placement points, which is VOIN 88 ladies. So that is a clear indication that they've got consistency nailed down, the right mentality, and the IGLing calls very much on point. I noticed Ruthless Hype are in 4th with 0 chicken dinners. That's good, but I would like to see that that win come out from them. I'm also surprised I don't see Infinity ladies in the top 8. I was expecting them to kind of have a bit of a bounce back in that regard. Well, Valdus currently do have the highest amount of kill points. I'm not really surprised as well, considering they have 2 players in the top 5 of the total kill count. So it's very interesting to say the least. You know, let's move on to the bottom half of the standings and see who might be able to have a bit of a better run today to improve their standings. Brocati Warriors are the lowest team with a win on 40 points in total, but out of the 20 placement points they have, 15 of those came from 1 game alone, right? So you got to think that their previous 4 games were just 0 to 1 pointers, and that's really not good enough. That's really not good enough, because it means that it makes it, you know, it means that there's not so much consistency, and because they haven't really been able to counter that with a lot of kills compared to a couple of other teams. Yeah, it does make things a little bit tougher for them, to say the least, and it shows and exposes a level of inconsistency, which hopefully it can improve with today. Like I said, 3 games for you. Got ERANGEL for game 1, SANHOK for game 2, and MIRAMAR for game 3. I feel nice and rested. My voice feels pretty good for the most part. And yeah, I hope I can bring you some decent level casting, to say the least. Let me know in chat who you are cheering for. You know, the teams really want to know how many people they have on their side. I want to know. Yeah, just spam in chat who you are looking out for in these games. The first playing path is Among Us. It is going from roughly the northeast down to the southwest. It's pretty dead diagonal, so to be fair, these teams don't have a bad job at all getting to where they want to. Maybe if you want to go onto Military Island, it'll be a little bit tougher. But for pretty much all of the teams, business as usual. 3M girls dropping along with the likes of See You Soon, but See You Soon probably going to go to the Severny area. Could be going towards Staba, or maybe just pick up a couple of vehicles. 3M going to Yasnaya, which is pretty standard. Party Goddess. Been impressed with them a couple of times across between the league days and the super weekend so far, and they do find themselves in 13th. So a bit of a step up in today's performances would be pretty good for them, and a benefit to their results in the overall standings. Remember, outside of the prize pool and what is available, there is the Imperium Award, which is rewarded to the team that scores the highest amount of points over the whole week, including the 2 league days and the 3 super weekend days. Infinity ladies picking each other up so it can head down, but they gotta be careful because there is art of teamwork shooting close by. It's early game. I can't imagine Infinity getting too punished, and they'll be able to rotate and start looting up in Milta. All systems go. Phase 1 circle popped up. It's looking pretty good on that southwest side. There's a great big old spread. It tickles onto the military island, but I can't see it continuing down there with how much of the mainland is in play. It could end up around Ferry Pier Hill, which we see VOIN 88 and 2OP looting up in that region. So that's something to consider. And again, for Ruthless Hype, they will have to be careful with how they position themselves, and if they continue to somewhat split loot, they could technically get punished. So joining up as a full squad will be really valuable for their mid game at least. Because at the end of the day, a lot of teams around them are going to be rotating in their direction, rotating around them, whether it's Street Ready from South George, E365 or North George, Valdus from Pachinki. They're all going to be kind of going in that direction. Art of Teamwork moved down towards Infinity Gaming, which I don't get, because you shouldn't really be going closer to your opponents when they knew where you were and they've been able to loot up in that time. So that's quite weak decision making from Art of Teamwork. You hate to see it. It was needless to lose one player like that, in my opinion. Not just one, now it's 2. Very, very needless to lose 2 players like that. Art of Teamwork. Bay and Alice left on their own. I don't know why they didn't just, loot up into the circle towards farm. There's loads of little compounds that you can loot up. You've given up that main drop spot of Milta, or given up that main city of Milta. Yeah. Free kills for Infinity. They'll take them. It will help them. But Art of Teamwork. Yeah. Have to point that out. I hate pointing out those city mistakes, but I have to sometimes. TSR. They're looting up in Severny, SYS in Salbar. The Soul Reapers are in 5th with 48 total points. So kicking off today's games with a good result will really benefit them massively. Because not only will it put them closer to the top 3, but even closing that gap on the 2 OP Esports will be really valuable. For 2 OP, the biggest benefit they have is that points cushion. Right now, it's 33 points. So out of the 3 games, yes, okay, they don't want to have a really bad result, but they can afford to have okay games where they have 6-7 point games from that standpoint. And even if the teams around them have solid games, that lead isn't really going to be, or at least the loss of first place will take a good bit longer. That's my point. That cushion makes a big difference. Okay, so at the moment, as phase 1 is starting to close in, 6 minutes into the game, Valdus, they moved away from Pachinki on towards the Pachinki Hill for the time being. I don't know whether they'll stay there. You still have Ruthless Hype in a bit of a split, which kind of worries me, but at the moment, not too many teams are really rotating around them. VOIN 88 are in a bit of a similar situation of having those 4 players a little bit heavily split, but they're in a much safer spot down towards the quarry/ferry pier area, so it's less of a path line for a lot of teams. Street Ready still yet to move away from South George. E365 similar in towards the North George. Veterans of Death now rotating through the north side of the river, which is a pretty spot on rotation coming out from them. They'll avoid the likes of 88 Ladies, Gorkali Warriors on that path line into phase 1. I really like that from Veterans of Death. Whether or not they'll you know, stay on the edge of the north side of the river, or whether they'll go a bit deeper past Everest. Everest could be a really good holding spot for them, for sure. Infinity looking to fire some shots towards Myron, who are rotating from the Milta Power area. But none of those shots really connect, and Myron will be able to get away with that. It was just one of the Myron Orion players who went in that direction by the beach side, and the rest of the team are choosing to rotate through the north side of Milta. That's not really good to see with that buggy, but should be okay. Should be okay. We won't talk about it, Myron. We won't talk about it. .3M and See You Soon getting pretty close to each other. I don't know why See You Soon rotated kind of 2 players in that direction. Maybe they were just picking up vehicles. That might have been the case, but that's still to me a very needless risk. Quite late into phase 1 as well. Some of these teams are rotating as phase 2's popped up. It's gone somewhat pretty central. It has shifted away from the military island, which is, of course, relieving for a lot of these teams. They don't have to think about whether they should, you know, stay by the coastline. There's a lot of compounds in play in this kind of circle. Gaka's free, you have Chopsticks free, you have lots of areas of the map viable in this kind of phase 2. Sticking to the west or the eastern side of the edge circle is possibly going to be a little bit more viable, especially the western edge. Infinity picking up a couple of kills onto Myron and Orion. Infinity are on they're on a warpath today. They're on a mission to turn things around. Coming into this, they only have 15 kills. And right now, I believe they're on 5 or 6. No, they're on 4 kills in the early parts of the game. And they have a total of 15 over 6 games. Yeah, and they're only playing as a 3-person team. That is very, very impressive. Very impressive. Ruthless Hype, who kept themselves to the north of Chopsticks, now looking to, of course, push back a team in, coming across the board. Party Goddess loses another player, and as they go in away from one fire, they're walking right into another across the road. That's going to be 88 Ladies. Will both teams coexist in this area, or will the players of 88 Ladies look to recognize and capitalize and push back the rest of Party Goddess? So 88 Ladies, the rest of the team have arrived in the area because maybe they want to really push as a full team. But right now, you have one going to this side of the building on their own. Smokes flying aplenty, a nade here, a nade there. 88 Ladies do need to be careful they don't get a little bit third party by Ruthless Hype. I know they're in the building, but if they play too much on the outside or the fight around on the outside, Ruthless Hype could third party. Party Goddess, one of their players is knocked down. Just one left, and now the shots are fired out in through the smokes. It's difficult to deal with. That's going to be one knockdown, two knockdown, but the third comes in from 88 Ladies and make the body advantage count inside the building and get the final kill. Squad Hype has been finished off. I'm a little bit surprised that maybe Ruthless Hype didn't correlate the knocks and the kill feed to what was going down and tried to third party that fight. I know it's only phase 2, so I get it. But if you have an opportunity to get not only more kills, but clear out another team directly around you that could impact your rotation into phase 3, I would always advise you to do that. At least go for it. But I know Ruthless Hype are a very intelligent team, and they do often play the safe game based on rotations and general decision making. Nice little action though to kick things off. Feels bad, man, for Party Goddess that they're the first team to get squad wiped in the first game of day 3 of the first super weekend. I mentioned about kind of holding on to the edge of circle is quite valuable. The next phase has shifted up north. Eagle 365, who didn't commit too much to the western side of the circle, have been able to benefit from that on their rotation into this phase 3. Similar for Gorkali Warriors and Valdus on the east and the southeastern side of the map. I don't like where Gorkali Warriors are right now, currently on the compound just outside Pachinki. They don't get any information on that western side of the map, so that does worry me. It's really important that they start to kind of scout a little bit further, and they can stay where they are, but that hill just to the west of them is going to be incredibly valuable. Veterans of Death going to be rotating to a compound just to the west of Ruins, south of Everest. See you soon going on to Everest, but you can see they're threading with caution because it is phase 3. They could easily think that there's another team up in that mountain already. 2 OP going up against Ruthless Hype. That is a big push for the winners of the game, but as the knocks came out, quickly retaliated, and now they can get the revives off and stay up as a full squad. Nice aggression shown by both teams. 2 OP holding on to both sides of Chopsticks. I like that. I like that from 2 OP because splitting both the team on both Chopsticks allows you to control that area a lot more heavily. It's a risky spot to stay in, of course, but the fact that they've already started to be proactive with a couple of knocks onto Ruthless Hype means that they want to control that area and they want to call it their own. So I definitely do see what 2 OP are looking to do. Infinity Gaming might have met their match on the rotation into the southern edge of phase 3. 3M have been able to pick up a kill. So down to 2 Infinity Go as they've had a good start in kills, but now they need to stay a little bit passive, play for the late game a bit more, while still not being afraid to break out in a fight should they have to. I know. It's easier said than done. I'm aware. Hopefully they'll get there. VOIN 88 have a bit of a 3-1 split just south of where 2OP are. I really like that from VOIN 88. Well, Valdus Summer is knocked down. The revive should be good to go. I like that from 3M. Taking advantage of the hill above, the next phase has popped up and it's centered quite nicely. A little bit more heavily down south. But 2OP, VOIN 88, Ruthless, Hype, and 88 Ladies, they have been gifted the circle. Valdus, the highest kill leaders of the lobby so far, might be looking to punish the 3M Ladies for getting a knock earlier on, but they do have to prioritize entering into the circle. Gorkali Warriors are potentially going to be gatekeeping them, but I wouldn't say they're in the best spot to heavily defend. A team coming in with a 2-2 split. Gorkali Warriors don't really have the full body power to play it through. Street ready, going in. It's very difficult for the teams outside of the circle. TSR, SYS, Myron, Veterans of Death. Very difficult because even on that north side of the circle, it's all fields, so there's no real hard cover. You can send it to the northern edge, but if you have to blow up your vehicles and the next circle shifts away, you're under even more pressure. Street ready will find a little bit of a dip, a couple of hay bales. Gatka is occupied by Eagles 365, and they take advantage of the elevated position to pick up a kill on the street ready. Phase 4 blue zone is closing in. Valdus now sending it in, wrapping from the southeast to the northeast, and the entry point onto Ruthless Hype could be oncoming. Ruthless Hype have to defend for their lives against Valdus. Utility starting to be thrown out by Valdus. Not quite connecting, but just in return, Haley of Ruthless Hype gets a knock on the current kill leader of the lobby. Jenny SC not going to be able to get any kills down on her knees for the time being. Utility thrown out to try and get the revive in time, but you know what? Smokes does not protect you, and I don't know exactly where that nade is gone, but Be Pissed has gotten a knock onto Benjamin and Jenny SC. Why are they not pushing it? Why are they not pushing it? Don't rely on utility alone. Yes, I get it, but don't be afraid to push it. There could be that potential of being third party, and there you go. That's what I like to see. Bips takes control and puts it in her hands. Sky, Benjamin, the final two players up from Valdus. Nice idea going into the vehicle, but I don't know how heavily that's going to work. I believe Valdus are out of the game. I'm not quite sure. No, there's one player left alive. Benjamin holding on for dear life, pulls off a first aid as well, throws out another smoke. Hype, I don't know why you are trying to get the revive. You should be aware of how many knocks and kills you've got. It's just one more, and that's what I'm talking about. Benjamin with a beautiful nade to get the second knock. Ruthless Hype are down to 2. There could be a little bit of a distraction as 3M playing in to the north of them, with this phase 5 centering up quite nicely. The only real compound is a couple of the edge of chopsticks and that building that holds on to the fight between Ruthless Hype. Valdus, 3M joining in on the mix. Benjamin pushes in, and I believe that was a squad wipe with the help of 88 Ladies on the Ruthless Hype, and that is why I always say execute an opportunistic squad wipe. Ruthless Hype had the chance 4, 5, 7, 10 minutes ago to get the third party onto 88 Ladies. And I said, if you don't, it can punish you later on. And that's exactly what has happened. And now as 88 Ladies make it across the road, they have to deal with the last player of Valdus. Clearly capable of handling herself with 3M to the northeast. Could get involved. E365 POWERPUFF on the VOIN with the north shift on this phase 6. It moves into the open hay bale fields of this ERANGEL map. This is a true test of survivability. This is the definition of what is a battle royale game. Survival of the fittest. 10 teams, 29 players left. The south side still holds 2OP Esports VOIN 88. The Indian representatives that had a hell of a day yesterday, it seems, with the total points they have, the consistency of the placement points. But can they place themselves into the circle? Can they place themselves into another good result? We'll have to wait and see while 88 Ladies hold on to the roof. Ian is taking a risk, but it's paying off. The last player, Valdus, went down. 3M are being punished, broken, bruised, tortured by 88 Ladies, and it's just one player left up Bong on her own. That's some nice control from 88 Ladies. It's needed because the circle shifted away on this phase 6 and they have to move into the circle on the east. 2OP have been able to hold on. Only one kill, but they have themselves up as a full squad. That's the way you like it. That's the way they're doing it, and it's what's worked so far. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And they're certainly not looking to fix what isn't broken. Eagles 365 though, don't forget what they can do. The next circle goes up and it shifts down sadly to the favor of 2OP. VOIN, DD gets knocked into smoke. Breezer is forward, but isn't really there to do anything about it. 88 Ladies has a player knocked down. One player up. Can they get the revive? But Myron, the sole survivor, is holding on. In comes the E365 Ladies from the west to the southwest. They'll look to use their body advantage. As a full squad, it's going to be easier said than done. Street ready. 3 players strong. 365 on 8 kills. They made it count. They made it work for the time being. Well, Cali Warriors, they have a bit of a tough job to enter into the circle. Like I said, the open play, if you committed with their vehicles and those vehicles are blown up, that's going to be hard to play through. But that's some nice awareness from Meow Meow. Gets a knock on the distance to Gampy. Right in front of the Shuva is the last players of 88 Ladies. Makes some noise, stand up, has to crouch down, gets a nice molly on board. That will connect. Burn, baby, burn! Disco Inferno! That is Joy B now left on her own. Nice molly. A short distance away in the smokes. That's a free knock, but I believe that is the final player. Gorkali Warriors knocked down. 5 teams left, 9 players in this phase 8. And it's just an open field of doom. The death and destruction is upon us. 2OP have kept themselves going. Just purple left up. Will it be a purple rain chicken dinner? Will she be put down to her knees? The hands of a couple of other teams. E365 not looking too good. Street ready, they probably have the biggest advantage as a trio left in this game. Out of the 8 players that are left, they have 3 of them. They don't know how many teams are left alive. That is, think about the Hexa tries to get the shot off, and the blue crunches in. She gets taken down. Purple stand up. Will now have to move in herself, but that's Street Ready cleaning things up, and we're down suddenly to our final two teams. 1v3. Joy B looking to cook up a nade. Close. Don't know exactly where Street Ready are, but if that one can connect, no, not quite. Monica to the right of where Joy B is. Another one a little bit closer. The mini red zone is being pursued upon, and that is going to be a connection. That's going to be a nade, and that's going to be Street Ready getting the first chicken dinner of the day. They started today's games in last place on a total of 17 points, and in one game alone, they've been able to grab more than what they already had up until this point. I'm a big fan of a team that is performing badly, an underdog, so to speak. And by God, Street Ready, well played by you ladies. And it shows the determination, the will not to give up, the will to kind of say, hey, we may be last right now, we still have a chance, we're still in it to win it as much as possible, and they win the first game of the day. So pleased for them. Well done, ladies. Well done. I love that. I love seeing a team that isn't performing the best shine in these kind of games on the final day of the first Super Weekend. You know, because not only will it put them automatically up with the other teams around them, you know, but it will just make it better for their confidence. Their confidence will grow massively. Absolutely massively. Man, insane. Absolutely insane. Really, really good to see from Street Ready. Really good stuff from Street Ready. We are just waiting for obviously the stats to come up, and as soon as they're updated. That ending though was very tricky. Very, very tricky. Where you just had kind of that open field, hay bales, and when you committed to the circle, you committed to the circle. And if you're able to kind of keep a couple of players up, or the circle went in your favor, you had that benefit. 8 kills, 23 points for that first game. And like I said, they started with 17 and they got over double what they already had, and it puts them on a total of 40 points. That's a big plus. Big plus from them. Love to see it. Really love to see it. Yeah, chuffed. Really chuffed. 88 ladies got second place with 10 kills, and look, they capitalized on RUxHYPE's mistake. They capitalized on Party Goddess's mistake. They swept in, and you know, they took out a multiple 3M ladies. I think the whole squad went down, or at least their final couple of kills went in the favor of 88 ladies. They just couldn't do enough to kind of stay pass alive. And the current leaders of the game of this Super Weekend got third. Another consistent result for 2OP. It's not first. It's not a high amount of kills. It was only 4 kills, but still. Third place with 4 kills. That's 14 points for them. It's fantastic. See the kill leaderboard from the first game of the day. Joy B with 5 kills from 88 ladies. Bow of 3M girls with 4. You have Purple OG from 2OP, 3 kills for her team. And then you had another player from 88 ladies, Isa, with 3 kills, along with Aiko 365. I'm glad Eagles 365 have a player in the top kill leaders of the game, because they were quite proactive from the Gaga region. Match standings. You can see the first game of the day. Street Ready with 23 points. 88 ladies with 22. 2OP 14 points. Eagles 365 also with 14 points. VOIN 88 with 10. It moves down, and there's a bit of a dip where Infinity get 5 kills and 3M get 5 kills. Both of those coming majority from those kills. So 5 in total points secured by those two teams. Moving on to the bottom half of the points for this first game. Ruthless Hype getting 5 kills, which is good, but definitely could have been a lot better. Valdus only getting 4 kills won't help them in the chase of 2 OP. Valdus need to step up their consistency if they're going to overtake 2 OB between this weekend and next weekend. That's something to 100% think about. Now we look at the overall standings. 109 points for 2 OP across 7 games. That is, if I can do my quick maths with a quick calculator. That is an average of drumroll please, 15.5 points per game. That is an average of over 15 points per game for 2 OP with only 1 chicken dinner. 70 placement points. That's big. That is massive. That is a cut above the rest. VOIN 88 though, they move up to second. They move ahead of Valdus. You're 38 points now behind 2 OP. It is possible over these next 2 games. Miracles can happen. You can see Valdus, they're on 66 and third. They've only played 6 games. I don't know what happened yesterday where they didn't get a game in, but still, it is what it is. Eagles 365 with their good result. They jumped from 6th to 4th. 6th to 4th. Really good from Eagles 365. Powerpuff. 88 Ladies also moved up. 88 Ladies were actually in the bottom half. 88 Ladies were in 11th. And they moved up to 6th. So 5 places for 88 Ladies. Fantastic. As well as even Gorkali Warriors. It's not much, but they moved up to 8th from 40 points to 48. It's a good plus. Good plus for them. Let's have a look at the bottom half of the standings as well. You can see you soon. Elemental with 45 points. Myron, Orion with 42. And Infinity Ladies. All those 3 teams, they move down positions. You have see you soon and Myron, most notably moving from the top half to the second half. And of course, the winners of the first game, they jumped up to 13th. Ahead of Arda Teamwork, Veterans of Death, and Party Goddess. Really, really good from Street Ready. Can they do it again? It's going to be important that Street Ready do follow up with a bit of a good result for game 2. It doesn't need to be absolutely massive, but definitely that kind of, hey, 6, 7, 8 point game. Because if they have a bad game this game 2 where they get 0 points, maybe 1, it kind of cancels out the win from game 1, right? Part of why 2 OP are currently at the top of the standings is because they've been consistent. So they follow one good result with another, right? So if Street Ready want to, kind of really take advantage of that win, they need to follow it up with another solid result. Doesn't need to be a win, but a 6 to 10 point game would be really, really, really important for them. Game 2 is going to be coming up. We're going to be heading on to the desert. Sorry, not the desert, the jungle train of SANHOK for game 2 out of 3 in today's games. We're going to go for a bit of a quick break, but don't go away. Some more fantastic Ruthless Hype Ladies Invitational action coming your way soon.
Fold it up, we gon' burn it down. Fold it up, we gon' burn it down. Fold it up, we gon' burn it down. Fold it up, we gon' burn it down.
Hello, welcome back. We are about to head into game number 2 out of 3 for tonight's games and day number 3 of the Ruthless Hype Ladies Invitational Pro League Super Weekend number 1. You should know the format by now. We had the league days, we had the Super Weekend. You're joining back, you're checking out all the action. I know it. I hope you are. Please tell me you are. Please, 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 please. But we're going to be going on to SANHOK for game 2 out of 3. I'm hoping that some teams are going to start to play a little bit more aggressive in this map. It felt like at times some teams were a little bit too passive in the first game of the day. That can often be the case, but SANHOK really requires a level of kind of aggression and control right off the bat to make it a little bit easier for you coming into the later stages of the game, because the map is obviously smaller, to shrink a lot quicker. It is important to be very, very aware of your timing. The playing path is looking not too bad. Not too bad indeed. Tends to not be of any real issue in SANHOK, obviously, because of the size of the map. You can pretty much get to where you want to. Infinity heading up north, so are Gorkali Warriors. You have Art of Teamwork, I believe, going to Camp Bravo for the most part. Nobody in Painan. Valdus will go to boot camp, where they like to lay down the law. Ruthless Hype have ruins to themselves. Have to be careful with Myron and Orion, though, a little bit to the west of them. Eagle 365 going for split drop in the trifecta area. Benjamin already on the scene soon, and early kill from Valdus as both of those teams drop in boot camp. Return to fire from Vanilla onto Benjamin. Might be well laid out indeed. It's been confirmed off with the DBS. Oh my lord, it's all going horribly wrong. It's all going horribly wrong. The DBS works, but the Vector works just as good. A double knock from Sky. Sorry, not Sky. Us to keep See You Soon alive. Uziel, absolutely fantastic clutch play. It's going to be a bit of a reset now between both of these teams. 3 apiece they have up on board. 1 on the high ground, 1 on the low ground of this mid boot camp building. I love the fact that they both dropped in the mid building. That's some nice shots from Jenny SC, nearly connecting on board. Of course, you have to try and get a first aid off, get your kind of armor or helmet. Make sure you are looking pretty good before you go for a re-engagement. Some are jumping down from the main building. Where is she going to go? Are they looking to disengage? What is the purpose of that reposition? Okay, gone to the edge of the main building. There you go. You can see the overview of these teams. That's not too bad from somewhere on her own, though, is something that she's going to have to be cautious about. Phase 1, yeah, phase 1 is okay. It's a bit tricky because it has all the islands in play, but until we see a bit of a significant shift, the circle teams are going to have to prepare for anything happening, and that's where it puts Eagles 365 in a really advantageous position, being on the trifecta compound right from the start of the game. They might have had limited loot, but that's where, you know, Jempi and a player that looted to the north and the south of the trifecta compound will hopefully be able to grab a little bit more loot for the rest of the team. 2OP are in a good spot on that northwest island. They might look to shift to the big mountain of SANHOK and overlook the kind of edge of northwest island and try and pretty much control and prepare into phase 2. Phase 3 will be very, very valuable. It's tricky for the teams who are on the eastern side of the map, such as Arda Teamwork, the Soul Reapers, Gorkali Warriors. Because if that phase 2 kind of shifts quite heavily to one of the other islands, especially that northwest island, it makes the rotation a lot more difficult. Still yet to see any real fight break out since the very start of the game between the two teams in boot camp, which does sadden me a little bit. Street Ready, the winners of the first game of the day, it pushed a little bit by Veterans of Death, just a little bit. I doubt that knock will be executed. I like that from Veterans of Death because they're on that northwest island, so by suppressing a team across the mainland pretty early on, it makes it possibly a little bit easier to rotate upon a circle shift over to the mainland. Eagles 365 wants to push back Party Goddess on the boot camp hill. I don't think that's going to be able to happen, and even if you do get a knock, doing something with that knock is going to be easier said than done. Infinity going for a very, very interesting rotation with the vehicles across the bridge, and it seems like they're committing to a northwestern position. They've gotten across the road, their vehicles on fire, but there is a team, VOIN 88, on the Hatting compound, and they could take a couple of shots. Yeah, 3M, lose Monica, and that was just... it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Yeah. Street Ready do Ready do find themselves being able to get a knock into one of the 3M girls. That's good. Don't know how much they're going to be able to confirm it. But if they can reposition and get... Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. That wasn't just a... that was a squad wipe confirmed. That's 3M out of the lobby. Just like that. I love that. I said Street Ready needed to push on the happy days, but now, as Valdus look to finish off against See You Soon, they do get the squad wipe on the See You Soon. You can see the BM as well by just shooting the crates and just be like, yeah, this is our land. You try and land in boot camp. Ha. Think again. I like that. In-game mentality is important. That confidence, that psychology makes a big, big difference. Phase 2 does shift to the west. Now, does have a good bit of that, about half of the Southwest Island in play. However, teams will be prioritizing that Northwest Island. The whole Phase 2 is upon it, bar tiny northern tip. Out of bounds. Despite Infinity losing a player, they technically have benefited from the Phase 2 shift. RUxHYPE and ORION fighting down by the bridge of the Southwest Island outside of Ruins. I worry about that one player, RUxHYPE, on her own. She's been spotted. Haley was able to use a smoke and move away from the dip into the comfort of a behind the rock area. Maybe goes for a bit of a bait, but Friday gets a knock on to Haley. Nice angle, nice flank. That's some nice aggression. Moron wasting no time in confirming that kill, and now they can push forward, focus onto the rest of the hype. It's the coastal line of that Northwest Island, so it's important that they look to push this engagement pretty quickly. I don't know if there's any team looking to utilize the coastline of the Northwest Island, but if they do, they can third party this from across the river. Utility being thrown out. Push back one by one. Pingu pushing forward. Having a bit of a 2-2 split going forward. Pingo's being spotted out. Rio does get knocked out by Pips. That's a bit of a turnaround. Pingo's going to trade it up nicely. Very, very important for Morion's controlling this fight to trade up those knocks and kills. Now 2 players left for RUxHYPE. They get a knock onto one of them. In towards the corner. It's a third. It's a third. It's a third. Majestic with the knock on the Pingu. Friday is left on her own. Out of nowhere, this fight is massively turned in the favor of RUxHYPE. Why aren't you pushing it, RUxHYPE? There you go. Get the one. Now push forward. There you go. That's what I like to see. And Majestic drowns out the last player, Myron Orion. What a turnaround for RUxHYPE. You could argue they shouldn't have lost 2 players. When you're talking about turning something bad into something good and really surviving that engagement, that is big, big plus. Veterans of Death, you're surviving, but I wouldn't say they're striving as the TSR. Going to move up from the beachfront into the fortitude of the compound. Using the wall will leave Veterans of Death up as a duo. Nice one with Mimic being knocked down. That's just going to be one victim left. That was some nice backline play from the TSR player. While the 2 push forward up front. You gotta love that, but now they really have to make that count. Yeah, moving into the side of the building. Sud is on the inside. Down she goes. Darcy. Boom. Happy days. Pretty good. Okay, we got swimming class right now. Go Cali Warriors. Xenia is obviously giving instructions. Yep, make sure you do the breaststroke right. Yep, gotta make sure you get your exercise in. VOIN. 88 ladies. An engagement onto the Hatting compound is ensuing. One on one side, the other on the other side. If VOIN are gonna make that count, they really have to coordinate this engagement perfectly, and they do, with Joy B getting knocked for the nade. There you go, and in through the smoke. SANHOK goes in on her own and pays the price. Diane is gonna have to play around, go through the jump shot. It's gonna get a knock. But where is the last player of VOIN? 88 ladies. There she is, and she saves it down. It was left late, but Razor comes in to just blade through the final players of 88 ladies. So it's the VOIN 88 that come out on top of 88. All the while, by the way, those shifts have, for the most part, moved away from the Northwest Island on that first three phases. Still that, the Southwest Island still shifted towards the Northwest Island, away from the Southwest Island, but the boot camp region of mainland is in play, and Valdus are now going to have to move across the river. 2OP are in a beautiful compound as a full squad. We're left with 11 teams, 31 players before the 15-minute mark, and I love this aggression. I love this aggression from SANHOK. I love this. It's what I said coming into this game, that I wanted to see teams be a bit more aggressive, and we've seen it. Big time we've seen it. The next circle goes once again in favor of the Northwest Island. A lot of the Big Mountain is in play on that western side. Infinity have two in the compound. That's pretty good. 2OP, though, their spot is going to be absolutely perfect for gatekeeping on the edge of the circle. Yankee maybe missed a bit of an opportunity to get an initial knock onto one of the Eagle 365 players. Hopefully we'll get another opportunity as well, but they're going to push for that opportunity. They don't want to allow Eagle 365 to play around that coastal line too much. It's really important that 2OP do push forward. Right now, two of them moving away from the buildings a bit closer to the edge of the coastline. There's a couple of rocks to the side, which is keeping Eagle 365 away from the eyes and ears and nose of 2OP. Infinity reaping the souls of a team up above. The Soul Reapers put down to 2. Pushing down that hill is going to be incredibly hard, because it's not just Infinity, it's also Gorkali Warriors that's looking in their distance. But Mayu, moving down the hill, will feel the wrath of some bullets being sprayed above. I don't know if that was from the Soul Reapers last player, or if it was from Infinity. Either way, the Soul Reapers are down to 1. Party Goddess keeping Ruthless high push back. The Valley of Death is going to be encapsulated by VOIN. I don't know if they're going to look to stay there, or whether they're thinking, okay, well, the next circle will most likely shift down south. We can use the intersection between the two mountains to play into the next circle a little bit out of sight, out of mind. If that works, that is a big brain rotation. The gatekeep by Party Goddess onto Ruthless Hype is real. Just one left in the blue. The next circle does shift down south, and that's where isn't going to work for VOIN. In my eyes, down goes Ruthless Hype. Street ready, keeping one player alive. Zany. Wrapping around the coastline of that northwest island, trying to avoid Valdus here, there, and everywhere. Yankee, DG at the Eagle 365. That's good. That's what I wanted to see from 2OP. They kept them on one side in the previous circle. Now they're gatekeeping them on the other side in this phase 5 circles. The blue zone comes in. Party Goddess are in line to pick up a pretty good result for themselves. They're the only team that's on the western edge. Yes, it's a side of the mountain, so playing in a controlling position can often be tough. But they do have overview of so many of these teams. Valdus get the pinch on the Eagle 365 once again. Maybe looking for a bit of a third-party opportunity onto 2OP. It could work. While VOIN 88, they tried to play in the Valley of Death between the two mountains and it didn't work out on that last shift. And Infinity have been able to rack up another kill or two before they go down eventually, most likely. The next circle goes south, and that's once again in favor of Party Goddess on top of the hill. Valdus, gatekeeping both Infinity and the last player of VOIN 88. Staying alive. Summer's knocked though. That's not going to help them. It's going to be important that they, of course, try and keep them up as themselves up as a 3-person team. That's going to be easier said than done because there is still a couple of the Infinity players wanting to get some sweet revenge and make Valdus feel the wrath of the Infinity power in the second game of the day in Jungle Train at SANHOK. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games, and Party Goddess has everything you want, including an M4 to the face to try and grab this game too. Party Goddess are full control, swinging for the misses. One of them gets knocked out, biting off more than they can chew. It's important not to expose too much of your body on the top high ground of this circle. Recognize that you have control for the time being. Focus on one fight at a time. Sky gets taken down. Jenny SC keeps herself going. 3 teams left. 2OP, Party Goddess, Valdus. 2OP, I don't know how they do it every single game. Consistency personified. Jenny Lee did look to get a knock onto one of the Party Goddess players. But now you gotta be careful, Party Goddess. One of your players is getting revived. Yes, you do get a knock on the purple OG, and yes, you do have that circle advantage, but high ground exposes your body a lot more. It's not gonna stop them. Victy gets knocked down. Yankees left on her own. I love this control from Party Goddess. One on each side, one on the other side. That full-on man witch hunt is going to help them claim the chicken dinner. I said it 3 phases before the end game. The Party Goddess had the chance to control and win this game, and by God did they do it. A beautiful result from them in this game too. Controlled and rotated and shifted through the western side of the mountain, and they absolutely make it their own. A total of 12 kills in that game. 4 for Victoria, 4 for Siri, 3 for Kaylee, and 1 for Winter. Teamwork on point. 2OP though, again, second place, 1 kill. It's like they can't be stopped. Good thing for Valdus is that they got 3rd place and they got a lot more kills. So I believe Valdus will have secured at least more points than 2OP. But it's probably not enough to really make a massive impact on the overall standings. And that is what is frustrating. Nice to see Infinity get a good result and get 4th place with 4 kills, starting only as a 3-person team Infinity Ladies bounce back is completing. VOIN 88 with 5th with 4 kills was pretty good. Man, good game too. Very good game too in the map of SANHOK. I love the early game aggression. It's not something that I even see too much from other tournaments I cast in SANHOK. Teams tend to be a little bit too sluggish, but no, not these ladies. They were all firing on all cylinders right from the start. Yeah, okay, the Valdus see you soon fight maybe took a little bit too long, especially from Valdus's point of view, who ended up winning. I can't help but think that if they had have won that fight 2 to 3 minutes earlier, then it would have allowed them to maybe done a little bit more in the mid-late stages of the game on that Northwest Island. In the end, it worked out for them. It did work out for them in terms of getting that 3rd place. And that's always going to be appreciated big time. Street Rally 6 is good. I would like to have seen them get either a slightly better placement or a few more kills. But 3 kills on that 6th place, I think that's enough to add value to the chicken dinner of the first game. Value of Party Goddess's performance in that game is shining on through. 12 kills, 27 total points. That's going to push them up to 7th and in the top half of the standings. That is absolutely fantastic from Party Goddess. Eagle 365 were definitely heavily affected from 2OP, but I am forced to ask why Eagle 365 allowed 2OP to have that compound. Like Eagle 365, yes, the trifecta is great, but it's great in terms of being able to move in and, you know, control a stronger area in the mid stages of the game, but they gave that over to 2OP. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Oh well. Hopefully they'll learn from it. You know, hopefully they'll learn from it. We are just waiting for the stats to load in so we can give you a bit of an update on the match results, the kill leaders, and of course to let you all know of how things went on in that game. Because hey, look, points are, you know, the summary and the mathematics is important outside of my point of view as a commentator, whereas the facts are in the numbers, so to speak. The facts are in the result of the games. But yeah, absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. Jenny C got the highest amount of kills in that game of 5. That was absolutely spot on. Gamgee from Infinity Gaming, getting 4 kills. That's pretty good from Valdus. Jenny SC is clearly one of the strongest players, you know, individually in the lobby, if not the strongest player individually in the lobby. Her fragging power is hard to be matched. You can see she's gotten 62% of her team's kill points. But 3 of the Party Goddess players, of course, in the top 5 of the leaderboards of that game. 4-4-3 between Victoria, Siri, and Kylie. Very, very nice. Very balanced. A good team effort from Party Goddess. A team effort was always going to be needed and required from Party Goddess, holding on to that high ground mountainside. Because again, it can be tricky to play around that, especially in the kind of the very late stages of the game. I'm talking like the last 4 minutes or so, because high ground, as much as it gives you an elevated level of control, like I said towards the end, more of your body is exposed, and that can make it difficult to control, especially when you have multiple teams around you. But Party Goddess were pretty much in full control the whole game, and I really like that aggression on the 2OP, despite them getting a revive onto one of their knocked players. I think that was some great suppression onto 2OP. If they had have, you know, if 2OP had have been allowed to move up the hill, it might have been a little bit harder for Party Goddess, and that's why pushing them down is important. Just waiting on the overall standings to sorry, the match standings and the overall standings to be put on up. If not, we might go to a break, and when we come back, we can show it afterwards. We'll just wait and see if they're updated. Doesn't seem to be the case. Ah, there you go. Okay, let's move on to the match standings so you can show who got the points in that first game. 27 points for Party Goddess in total with 12 kills. Like, that's 9 points ahead of second place. So that was even more beneficial for Party Goddess. If you could have a cushion of a result between first and the rest of the lobby in one game, it's going to be even better for them in the overall standings. 2 OP with another consistent result, 13 in total. Infinity Ladies with 12, VOIN 88 with 10. So the top 5 getting double digits, followed very closely by Street Ready, RUxHYPE, and the Soul Reapers. RUxHYPE once again getting the kills. So I do appreciate that aggression. But is that the cost of something down the line? And yeah, they're missing out. They're missing out. Eagles 365, not a good game for them, only getting 3 points. 88 Ladies, bit of a similar situation of Gorkali Warriors, the lowest team with a chicken dinner, only getting 2 points. They need to pick up their consistency and pick up the amount of placement points they have. Veterans of Death with 2, Myron Orion with 2, and the rest with 1 point. Man, absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. We'll just real quickly see if the overall standings are updated so we can give you a sign of who's where coming into the final game again. If not, then we'll go for a break and then come back later. And there you go. Cool. Okay. Overall standings, it is, not surprisingly, 2 OP Esports, 122 points for them in the 8 games. Like I said, before this game, they had an average of 15 points per game. That hasn't really changed much after getting 13 points in game 2 of the day. Valdus have moved it back up into second. So a little bit of a mini battle for second place between Valdus and VOIN 88. That's benefiting 2 OP because, well, they kind of fight against each other. Valdus and, you know, while they fight against each other, 2 OP is like, yeah, we'll just continue on. It's fine. It's fine. RUxHYPE still 4th, but that points gap is kind of increasing. And Eagles 365 have dropped down to 5th. So RUxHYPE moving up to 4th. Eagles 365 down to 5th. The second half of the standings, with that win in the last game, Party Goddess moved into the top half. That kind of pushes a couple of teams around them down a little bit. Street Ready moved up to 11th. Like I said, you know, when you follow a chicken dinner with a decent result, if you see that value so much more effectively. They're now only 3 points behind Gorkali Warriors. That's so good. So good from Gorkali Warriors. Sorry, from Street Ready, should I say. The Soul Reapers also not far away on a total of 9 points as well. So yeah, cannot go wrong with that at all. Still a lot to do for Art of Teamwork and Veteran of Death, 21 and 26 respectively, but with one more game to go, the opportunity is there for them to bounce back up and you know, go into next week with a little bit more confidence. Okay, let's go for a break. We've got one more game in Miramar, and I'm looking forward to it. Very, very excited. Very excited indeed. Don't go away. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Fold it up, we gon' burn it down. Fold it up, we gon' burn it down. roll it up, we gon' burn it down.
And we are back, about to get ready to get into the final game of the day of the first Super Weekend as well. So this is going to be the last game of the first Super Weekend. Man, feel sad, man. It's also going to be my last game casting in this Ruthless Hype Ladies Invitational. There's going to be another fantastic caster taking over for next week. I unfortunately have to commentate a PMPL tournament. Times clash, I can't do this, so I'm sorry, but I will be with you all in spirit. I'll be supporting the teams in spirit, and I'll do my best to keep an eye on the action that's going down between all of these 24 teams across the next week of games. But until then, we have all of these 16 teams that are making it through into the final game of the day. C2OP currently in the top of the standings, 122 points. 38 points behind them is Valdus. Can Valdus catch up? Will they have a destructive game in their hands and grab a lot of kills and a chicken dinner and really close that gap? When you think about it, if you get 25, 30 points for one game, if you can, 27 points with a chicken dinner, that is going to really close the gap between the two teams. It does, of course, require 2OP to have a bad result, and up until now, I haven't really shown that. So, you know, that is something to consider, and it might even kind of put the question of, should Valdus be dropping on 2OP? Because coming into next week, you know, do you want to give 2OP such a lead coming into next week's not only league play, but presuming both teams qualify for the next Super Weekend, that league going into the next Super Weekend, it is something to think about. Either way, the playing path on this Miramar game is quite heavily on the east, so I'm curious to see how this phase one will be. Will it complement the playing path? It will complement the playing path. Okay. It's quite heavily on the east as well. Oh, I love a juicy island finish. Those two islands off the side of Porto Priso. Oh, yes, please. Please give me that kind of finish just for the end of the day. For my final game in this tournament. I know I'm a bit of a sadistic. I'm a little bit evil. Well, hey, don't fight it. Embrace it. That's what I say. Don't fight it. Embrace it. The Soul Reapers have 88 ladies in the same city as themselves, and Pala holds two teams. Yes, Los Leones does have Ruthless Hype and Gorkati Warriors, but that's a much bigger city, and it's going to be much easier for them to not avoid each other. 88 ladies have opened the door to this fight by getting a knock on the Urza. The Soul Reapers, I don't know if they even want to defend it. No, they're just going to let their teammate go down and be like, yeah, you know what? It's fine. You got knocked down. You're on your own, chicken. We're not looking to clap back. We're going to get out of there. Honestly, I agree with that from Soul Reapers. You know, they've already lost the body advantage. The circle is technically in their favor. They have an opportunity to boot up a little bit more north and then rotate to the north. I really respect that. Massively respect that. Hello, darkness, my old friend Kara. I've come to talk with you again because you're absolutely on your own. No gun, no loot. Oh no! Save me, says Caro to the rest of the VOIN 88 ladies. They're kind of separated and split up. You have one of the Valdus players, you can see you have Infinity looking around him, and then Street Rally. It's a very weird split drop from VOIN. I don't agree with it because there's a lot of risk involved with that, and hell, it's not even Carry that's getting punished, it's one of the other VOIN 88 ladies that's getting punished. That's product of just not being aware of the situation and not being aware of the fact that when that plane path is on the east and you're looking to land onto the west, there's going to be a bigger chance that multiple other teams are going to be looking to do that. Party Goddess, the winners of the second game in SANHOK, can they repeat it? Street Rally got the win in game 1 and they followed up with a pretty good result in game 2. They moved from 16th to 11th. Like I said, I love a bounce back. I love a team that can really kind of dig their heels in and turn something around like that and not get drowned out by a couple of bad days. Infinity, wow. Wow, their rotation has punished them hard. Valdus, Summer Breeze drifting away into the hands of Infinity. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Nice play.
Sorry to
Nice
interrupt
play.
you.
Yeah?
This match will be restarted because a boy was talking in all chat, so we cancelled this match.
Oh.
We will restart it. Yeah.
What was it that I joined?
Yeah. One of the joint team. Yeah. He was talking in all.
A number of these teams who were not looking in the best of positions, such as, yeah, they're all clearly nading each other, and yeah, they've been informed that the game is being restarted. That's the way it works sometimes, unfortunately, but at least they recognize that and they are addressing it straight away. Thank you very much and well played to the organizers and Ruthless Hype. Let's take it to break. We'll get this game restarted. We'll get the lobby restarted, and then we'll be back for the final game of the day as soon as possible. Feel sad, man. Feel sad.
Fold it up, we gon' burn it down. Hold it up, we gon' burn it down. down. Gon' fold it up, we gon' burn it down. Gon' fold it up, we gon' burn it down. Gon' fold it up, we gon' burn it down. Gon' burn it down, gon' burn it down, gon' burn it down, gon' burn it down, gon' burn, gon' burn, gon' burn, gon' burn, gon' fold it up, we gon' burn it down. 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 fold it up, we gon' burn it down.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ladies World Championship. Alright, Ladies World Invitational Pro League, Weekend 1, Day 3. म सबैजनालाई फेरि पनि स्वागत गर्न चाहे। हतारमा एकैचोटि के भयो हैन, हलमा त्यहाँ के यस्तो यस्तो अलिकति भनौँ न सानो एउटा प्रब्लम आएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि हैन, सो ड्यू टु सम इन्कन्भिनियन्स, सरी फर द इन्कन्भिनियन्स बाई द वे हैन। सो त्यसको लागि चाहिँ हाम्रो लाइक वी हेभ टु गेट भनौँ न एकैछिनमा लाइक आई हेभ टु स्टार्ट द कास्टिङ बिकज आवर इम्पेरियम सर इज क्वाइट बिजी दिस डेज भनौँ होइन। सो उहाँ चाहिँ अलिकति पिएमपिएल लगायतको जुन टुर्नामेन्टहरू रहेको छ त्यसको रिहर्सलको लागि हि इज लाइक क्वाइट बिजी ओभर देयर, सो हि हेभ अ भेरी टाइट स्केड्युल एज वेल। सो त्यस कारणले हि वोन्ट बी कास्टिङ द भेरी लास्ट म्याच, सो आई एम हियर टु कास्ट द भेरी लास्ट म्याच अफ द मिरामार। सो मिरामारको लास्ट गेम जुन छ मैले कास्ट गर्नेवाला छु हैन। आई होप यु गाइज विल इन्जोय। मेक श्योर यु हिट द लाइक शेयर एन्ड सब्सक्राइब बटन एन्ड प्लिज लेट मी नो इन द कमेन्ट सेक्सन। कमेन्ट सेक्सनमा पनि रमाइलो गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ हामीले हैन। सो कमेन्ट सेक्सनमा पनि आएर बुमबाम सबैजनाले रमाइलो गरिदिउँ है त। इङ्ग्लिसमा अब बोल्नुहुन्थ्यो उहाँले, अब आफूले नेपालीमा बोल्नुपर्छ हैन, गाह्रो छ। दिस इज द डिफरेन्स। रमाइलो त पक्कै पनि हुन्छ नि हैन गाइस। सो रमाइलो गर्ने हो, रमाइलोसँग गेम खेल्ने हो हामीले हैन, अरू कुरा भनेको त्यस्तै हो। सो डाइरेक्टली अब हामी म्यापतिर लाग्नेवाला छौँ। गेम सुरु भइसकेको छ हाम्रो फर्स्ट अफ लास्ट गेम आजको मिरामारको गेम जुन रहेको छ स्टार्ट भइसकेको छ। सो ट्रान्जिसन इन 3 2 1 लेट्स। अलराइट, देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। सो प्लेनको बाद बेसिकली हेर्दाखेरि एल अजहरदेखि स्टार्ट हुनेवाला छ। हेसियन्दा डेल प्याट्रोनको एक्ज्याक्टली माथिबाट अगाडि बढ्दै एल्पुचुको एक्ज्याक्टली माथिबाट अगाडिपट्टि गएर एन्ड हुनेवाला छ। सो लेट्स सी कुन टिम कहाँ झर्नेवाला छन्, को खेलाडी कहाँ कति बेला र कोसँग आफ्नो ड्रप चुज गर्नेवाला छन्। यहाँनिर बेसिकली हेर्न सक्छौँ लस लियोनिज एन्थनी इम्पाला साइडतर्फ बढ्ने टिम अलिकति गाह्रो हुनसक्छ। अघिल्लो गेम देखिहाल्यौँ हामीले टिएसआरको टिम एउटा क्याजुअलिटी भइसकेको थियो स्टार्टिङमै, बट जुन टेक्निकल इस्युले भित्र भनौँ न अलिकति इन्टरनल गेमको इस्यु जुन रहेको थियो त्यो गेमको इस्युले गर्दाखेरि लाइक वी हेभ टु पोस्टपोन द गेम होइन। फेरि पनि त्यो गेमलाई क्यान्सल गरेर नयाँ गेम गरेको कारणले फेरि पनि सबै टिमलाई एउटा नयाँ मौका भने यहाँनिर अवश्य प्रदान भएको हामीले देख्न सक्छौँ। अलराइट, 8 लेडिज विल बी गोइङ टु इम्पाला साइडतर्फ अगाडि बढिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ। रुथलेस हाइप विल बी गोइङ टु लस लियोनिज आफ्नो ड्रप लोकेसन प्रिफर गर्नुहुनेछ उहाँहरूले पनि। भने 2 OP एन्ड देन 8को टिमलाई देखिरहेका छौँ। सो 2 OP र 8को टिम अगाडितर्फ बढिरहेको हामीले देख्न सक्छौँ। मेक श्योर यु हिट द्याट लाइक शेयर एन्ड सब्सक्राइब बटन लेडिज एन्ड जेन्टलमेन। सो प्लेनको पाथ एन्ड देन एभ्रिथिङ विल बी वाचिङ राइट अवे। अलराइट यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले इन्फिनिटीको टिमलाई देखिरहेका छौँ हामीले ग्याम्गे ओभर हियर पाल्मी एन्ड देन सफ्टलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ भने त्यो चारै तिनैजना खेलाडीको साथमा एल्पुजो जरिराख्नु भएको छ माइरोनको टिम एक्ज्याक्टली अगाडिपट्टि रहनेवाला छन् ब्रोडर बेस जुन रहेको छ त्यो एरिया लुट लिनेवाला छन् फ्राइडे मफी पिङ्गु एन्ड देन रिउलाई देखिरहेका छौँ फोरम्यानकै साथमा उनीहरू रहनेवाला छन् भने पार्टीको टिम विल बी गोइङ इन्टु मोन्टेनुएबो साइडतर्फ पनि हामीले पार्टीको टिमलाई अगाडि बढिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ सो ओके विन्टर हुनुहुनेछ विन्टरको साथसाथै है सिरी काइली एन्ड देन भिक्टोरियालाई देख्न सक्छौँ भने जुन हाम्रो सेफ सर्कल रहेको छ सेफ जोन जुन रहेको छ त्यसको सर्कलको बााउन्ड्री देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले टोटल्ली नर्थ इस्ट साइडतर्फ भनिदिएको छ भने लस ल्युनी चुमासेरा भ्याले डेलमार एज वेल एज यता हामीले देख्न सक्छौँ ट्रेलर पार्क र रुइन साइडतर्फ पनि कम्प्लिटली खाली राखेको देख्न सक्छौँ भने एल्पुजोबाट जाने टिमले पनि अब भने चाँडोभन्दा चाँडो आफ्नो रोटेसन अगाडि बढाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ भ्याल्डस अगाडिपट्टि नै आउनेवाला छन् इन्टु द एक्सन भ्याल्डसको टिम यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ स्काई हुनुहुनेछ आई गेस एसआरएक्सको टिमबाट जय यहाँनिर फिनिस हुनुभएको देख्न सक्छौँ सो डाइरेक्टली लेट्स गेट इन्टु द अलराइट एसआरएक्सको टिमबाट भने जेनीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ मोनिका हुनुहुनेछ एन्ड देन बेरीको साथमा थ्रीमेनको साथमा आफ्नो जर्नी अब भने उनीहरूले अगाडि बढाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ भ्याल्डेसको टिमबाट देखिरहेका छन् स्काईले यहाँनिर किल सेक्युर गरिसक्नु भएको छ भने एउटै भेहिकलमा उनीहरू अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन् चेज एउटा रहेको जस्तो लागिरहेको छ मलाई बट लेट्स सी कुन रूपमा अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन् खेलाडीहरू टिएसआरको टिम 2-on-2 को स्प्लिटमा दर्शी हुनुहुनेछ महा निहा एन्ड देन यहाँनिर इर्जालाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ हामी सो फोरब्यान्डकै साथमा 2-on-2 को स्प्लिटमा खेलेर रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले टिएसआर यानि कि द सोल रिपर्सको टिमलाई भने E365 को टिमबाट ग्याम्पीलाई देखिरहेका छौँ हेक्जा हुनुहुनेछ ग्याम्पी हुनुहुनेछ आइको हुनुहुनेछ आइकोको साथसाथै जेटोटालाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो जेटोटा विल बी हियर एज वेल 3M को टिमबाट पनि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले बाउ विल बी ओभर हियर एलचानलाई देख्न सक्छौँ एलचानको साथसाथै लिउलिउ हुनुहुनेछ र लिउलिउको साथसाथै बङलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ सो बङ विल बी हियर एज वेल अलराइट E365 की टिमको कुरा गर्दाखेरि E365 को टिमका खेलाडी अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन् हेसियन्दा डेल प्याट्रोन साइडतर्फबाट निकै रफ्तारको साथमा उनीहरू अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन् भिओडीको टिमबाट सुजलाई देख्न सक्छौँ बेबी डल मिस प्रिटी सुज एज वेल एज वी क्यान सी मेमिक ओभर हियर विथ एन विथ एन M4 एज वेल एज UMP अन हर ह्यान्ड्स अलराइट भिओडी मेमिक रेडी फर द फाइट ओभर हियर फाइटको लागि अब भने उहाँ रेडी हुनुहुन्छ जस्तो लागिरहेको छ मलाई अलराइट यसको साथमा GW को टिमबाट म्याउम्याउलाई देख्न सक्छौँ म्याउम्याउको साथसाथै मायुको साथसाथै मिचिको र मिचिकोको साथसाथै शुभालाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ अलराइट गोर्खाली वारियर्स एक्सपिरियन्स प्लेयर फ्रम द एक्सपिरियन्स टिम यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ 88 को टिमबाट पनि आइनी हुनुहुनेछ आइनीको साथसाथै आइसा सिनो एक्सलाई देख्न सक्छौँ एन्ड देन जोएटलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले सो चारैजना खेलाडी उनीहरू इम्पालाको जुन ट्रेलर रहेको छ त्यो ट्रेलर जुन एउटा पात रहेको छ त्यो पात साइडतर्फबाट उनीहरू लुट लिँदै अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन् अगाडिको गेम द सोल रिपर्ससँग सुरुमै घमासान युद्ध परिसकेको थियो बट अहिलेको सिचुएसनमा देख्न सक्छौँ द सोल रिपर्स एउटा एडभान्टेज भने पक्कै पनि पाएका छन् उनीहरूले अघिको जुन गेम थियो त्यसमा पनि सर्कलले फेभर गरेको थियो टोटल्ली इम्पाला साइडतर्फ एन्ड त्यो सर्कल क्वाइट इन्ट्रेस्टिङ थियो बिकज मोस्ट अफ द पार्ट हेर्न सक्थ्यौँ हामीले ल्यान्डमा भए तापनि वाटर वे जुन रहेको छ पुएर्तो प्याराइसो माथिको जुन वाटर वे रहेको छ त्यो कम्प्लिटली ढाकेको थियो अघिको गेममा बट लेट्स सी अबको गेम कुन रूपमा जानेवाला छ इन्ट्रेस्टिङ नै होस् भन्ने यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ भने भोइनको टिमबाट दिदी विल बी ओभर हियर दिदीको साथसाथै कारा हुनुहुनेछ काराको साथसाथै मर्लिन एन्ड मर्लिनको साथसाथै रेजरलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ भने E365 को टिमबाट पनि देखिरहेका छौँ हामी खेलाडीहरू रहनेवाला छन् हेसियन्दा डेल प्याट्रोनमै सेयु सुनको टिमबाट भने ट्रिटियाल्टी विल बी ओभर हियर सुजटियाल्टीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ एन्ड देन यहाँनिर मेलालाई देख्न सक्छौँ एन्ड देन भ्यानिलालाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ ओके फोरम्यानकै साथमा रहनेवाला छन् उनीहरू पनि 2OP को टिमलाई देखिरहेका छौँ हामी सो 2OP को टिम यहाँनिर क्रसडेल भ्यालेबाट आफ्नो गेम स्टार्ट गर्नेवाला छन् सो क्रसडेल भ्यालेमा यहाँ भिक्टीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ भिक्टीको साथसाथै यङ्की पर्पल एज वेल एज साकुरालाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ सो फोरम्यानकै साथमा उनीहरू यहाँनिर रहनेवाला छन् भने आर्टको टिमको खेलाडीहरूको कुरा गर्छु एलिस हुनुहुनेछ बे हुनुहुनेछ मिकासाको साथसाथै ल्यारिसालाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो ओके फोरम्यानकै साथमा उनीहरू यहाँनिर रहनेवाला छन् भने रिउन साइडतर्फ माइरनकै टिमबाट मफीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ फ्राइडे पिङ्गु एन्ड देन रिउलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ फोरम्यानकै साथमा एउटा माइरोनको टिमको लागि यहाँनिर एडभान्टेज पक्कै पनि क्रिएट हुनेवाला छ पार्टीको टिमबाट काइलीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ विन्टर है सिरी काइली एन्ड देन भिक्टोरियालाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ ओके भिक्टोरिया विल बी हियर एज वेल भ्याल्डसको टिमबाट पनि स्यामर हुनुहुनेछ जेनी एससी हुनुहुनेछ स्काई एन्ड देन स्काईको साथसाथै बेन्जामिनलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ भने स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमबाट बेरी हुनुहुनेछ बेरीको साथसाथै मोनिका जेनी हुनुहुनेछ सो जेनी विल बी हियर एज वेल भने 3MG को टिमबाट देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले बाउ हुनुहुनेछ एलचान हुनुहुनेछ लिउलिउ एन्ड देन बङलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो बङ विल बी हियर एज वेल भिओडीको टिमको कुरा गर्दाखेरि गर्दाखेरि VOD का खेलाडीहरू आफ्नो रोटेसन लिएर अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन् पक्कै पनि भने रुथलेस हाइपको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। सो हेली हुनुहुनेछ, म्याजेस्टिक, शलिना एन्ड देन बिप्सलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ भने 3MG को टिमबाट अगाडि सर्ट जानेवाला छ। सो 3MG को टिमका खेलाडी यहाँनिर आउनेवाला छन् इन्टु द एक्सन। बङलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। सो बङ विल बी ओभर हियर, अगाडिपट्टि हेरेर राख्नु भएको छ। फेरि पनि अगाडिपट्टि हेर्ने प्रयास उनको साइडबाट रहनेवाला छ भने स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिम यहाँनिर घटेर 2 जनामा कन्भर्ट भइसकेको छ। ओके, स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिम फर्स्ट गेम जुन रहेको थियो स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमको साइडतर्फबाट एकदमै मिठो गेम रहेको थियो। चिकन डिनरको साथमा गेमलाई अगाडि बढाएका थिए उनीहरूले पनि। अहिलेको गेम देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले फेरि पनि अलिकति ठुलो हुँदै गएको जस्तो पनि महसुस भएको छ पक्कै पनि स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमबाट। बेरी एन्ड देन जेनी विल बी ओभर हियर। सो 2 मेनको साथमा रहनेवाला छन् उनीहरू। GW को टिम अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा 88 लेडिजलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। सो 88 लेडिजको टिमबाट पनि आइसी हुनुहुनेछ, आइएनईलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। सिनोएक्स विल बी ओभर हियर एन्ड देन जोय बीलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ। सो जोय विल बी हियर एज वेल भने रुथलेस हाइपको टिमका खेलाडी अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन्। म्याजेस्टिकको साथसाथै हेली, शलिना एज वेल एज बिप्सलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ विथ UMP। बिप्स पनि यहाँनिर रहनुहुनेछ भने निकै रफ्तारको साथमा रुथलेस हाइपको टिम पनि यहाँबाट आफ्नो रोटेसन भने अगाडि बढाउनु पर्ने देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। सो फेरि पनि माइरोनको टिम अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन्। माइरोनको टिमको साथसाथै बाँकी टिम पनि आफ्नो रोटेसन लिएर अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन्। अलराइट, यसको साथमा लेट्स गो इन्टु द डुअल स्क्रिन हेर्नेवाला छौँ हामीले। फेरि पनि एकचोटि के भइरहेको ओके रोटेसन वाइज हेर्नेवाला छौँ एन्ड देन स्लाइटली सानो स्क्रिनमा हामीले यसो हेर्नेवाला छौँ। फाइटको सिनहरू मोस्टली फाइटको सिन आउने बित्तिकै विल बी गेटिङ इन्टु द बिग सिन एज वेल। बट त्योभन्दा अगाडि सिउसुनको टिमबाट देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। ओके, सिउसुनका खेलाडी 4मा 4 जना हेसियन्दा डेल प्याट्रोनको एज जुन रहेको छ त्यो एज समातेर खेल्ने प्रयासमा भने E365 2-on-2 स्प्लिटमा अगाडिपट्टि बढिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। हेक्जाको साथसाथै यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ। ओके, हेक्जाको साथी गेम्पीलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ। सो गेम्पी विल बी हियर एज वेल। बट सिउसुनको खेलाडीहरूलाई देख्न सक्छौँ मुनिपट्टि वेयर हाउस जुन रहेको छ वेयर हाउस एरिया उनीहरूले प्रोसेस गर्नेवाला छन् भने एक्ज्याक्टली लेफ्ट साइडको जुन माथिको कम्पार्ट छ त्यहाँनिर भने E365 का खेलाडी आइसकेको देख्न सक्छौँ। बट ओके, जोनको शिफ्टिङ फेरि पनि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। नर्दर्न साइडतर्फ टोटल्ली श्रिङ्क हुँदै गइरहेको छ सर्कलहरू भने। पार्टीको टिम अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा छन्। पार्टीको टिमबाट विन्टरलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। विन्टर अगाडि हुनुहुनेछ। काइलीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। काइली एन्ड देन हेसिरी लास्टमा सर्कलभित्र एन्टर गर्दै हुनुहुनेछ। जोन किपिङको एउटा सिचुएसन क्रिएट हुन सक्ने चान्सेस देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। ड्रप खस्नेवाला छ ग्रेभयार्डको एक्ज्याक्टली माथिपट्टि। ओम रहनेवाला छ। ओमको साथसाथै लेभल 3 हेलमेट वेस्ट एज वेल एज लेभल 3 को ब्याकप्याक र एउटा AR को सप्रेसर रहनेवाला छ। अलराइट, मिरामारको गेम द डेजेटको गेम एन्ड देन स्नाइपरको बोल्टको एकदमै धेरै युज हुने गरेको हुन्छ। सो लेट्स सी कुन टिमले उठाउनेवाला छ त यो ड्रपबाट ओम। अलराइट, यसको साथमा VOD को टिम अगाडि बढिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। सुज हुनुहुनेछ। सुजको साथसाथै बेबी डल विल बी ओभर हियर। मिस प्रीति एन्ड देन मिस प्रीतिको साथसाथै मेमिकलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ भने अगाडिपट्टि द सोल रिपर्सको टिमबाट खेलाडीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। द सोल रिपर्सको टिमबाट रहनेवाला छन् दर्शी हुनुहुनेछ। दर्शीको साथसाथै महाको साथसाथै निहाको साथसाथै इर्जालाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ। सो इर्जा विल बी ओभर हियर एज वेल। अलराइट, इर्जालाई पनि अगाडिपट्टि बढिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। ओके, द सोल रिपर्सको टिमबाट खेलाडीहरू रहनेवाला छन्। सो द सोल रिपर्सका खेलाडीलाई यहाँनिर रफ्तारको साथमा अगाडितर्फ बढिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ। TSR को खेलाडी दर्शी, निहा, इर्जा एन्ड देन इर्जाको साथसाथै महालाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ। ओके, फोरमेनकै साथमा उनीहरू रहनेवाला छन् भने सर्कल शिफ्टिङ यहाँनिर फेरि पनि रहनेवाला छ। गोर्खाली वारियर्स रोटेसन वाइज निकै लेट अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले भने। लेट्स गेट इन्टु द अलराइट, गोर्खाली वारियर्सलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। मिचीको मायु हुनुहुनेछ। मायुको साथसाथै म्याउ र सुबालाई देख्न सक्छौँ। ओभरअलले हेर्दाखेरि हामीले VOD को टिम एज वेल VOD को टिमलाई अलिकति लेट रोटेसन जोन शिफ्टिङ हुने श्रिङ्किङ जोन जुन रहेको छ त्यो सँगसँगै उनीहरू सर्कलभित्र एन्टर गरिरहेको मोस्टली देखिरहेका हुन्थ्यौँ। बट अहिलेको सिचुएसनमा देख्न सक्छौँ VOD इन्टु द सेन्टर डाइरेक्टली आफ्नो ड्रप ग्रेभयार्ड साइडतर्फ रहेको थियो उनीहरूको। ग्रेभयार्ड पावर ग्रिड साइडतर्फ एन्ड देन त्यहाँबाट डाइरेक्टली उनीहरू अगाडि बढे एन्ड देन सेन्ट्रल एरिया जुन छ त्यो भने कब्जा गरिसकेको देख्न सक्छौँ। पार्टीको टिम यहाँनिर आउनेवाला छन्। सो पार्टीको टिमबाट काइली विल बी नक्ड आउट अगाडिपट्टिबाट फ्ल्याङ्क गर्ने प्रयासमा देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले। इन्फिनिटीको टिमबाट देख्न सक्छौँ। अलराइट, सफ्ट इज नक्ड आउट ओभर हियर। पाल्मीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। पाल्मीको माथि जानेवाला छ प्रहार। अलराइट, पाल्मी विल बी नक्ड आउट एज वेल। दुईटा प्लेयर अलरेडी डाउन भने ग्याम्कीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ। सो ग्याम्की विल बी द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ फ्रम इन्फिनिटी भने पार्टीको टिम राइट ओभर हियर विथ एन ग्रेट एक्सन। अलराइट, एउटा राम्रो एक्सनको साथमा उनीहरू अगाडि आएको देख्न सक्छौँ भने पार्टीको टिम यहाँनिर अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन्। सो ग्याम्की विल बी द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ राइट ओभर हियर। यो एरियामा भने आफ्नो टिमबाट द सोलो प्लेयरका रूपमा सर्भाइभ गरिराख्नु भएको छ। ग्रेनेड जानेवाला छ एउटा अगाडिपट्टि। गेम्पीको साथमा यहाँनिर क्लियरेन्स निकाल्नु हुनेछ पार्टीको टिमबाट हेइ सिरीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ सो हेइ सिरी विल बी ओभर हियर जसले चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो तरिकाले यहाँनिर ब्याटल आफ्नो हातमा लिइसक्नु भएको छ यसैको साथमा काइलीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ अनि विन्टरलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ भने भिक्टोरिया यहाँनिर एकदमै राम्रो एसिस्टको साथसाथै अगाडि बढेको हामीले देख्न सक्छौँ सियु सुनको टिम राइट सियु सुनको टिमलाई देखिरहेका छौँ हामी फोरम्यानकै साथमा रहनेवाला छन् उनीहरू ड्रपको एउटा एडभान्टेज पक्कै पनि होला या नहोला बट ओके इन बिट्विन रहनेवाला छ फेरि यो ड्रपमा पनि AWM नै रहेको हामीले देख्न सक्छौँ राइट मल्टिपल ड्रप्स विथ द सेम ड्रप गन्स राइट 88 को टिमबाट भने यहाँनिर आइएनएलाई देखिरहेका छौँ आइएनएको साथसाथै आइसालाई देख्न सक्छौँ आइसाको साथसाथै सिनो एक्चुअली ओभर हियर एन्ड देन जोइबीलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ अगाडिपट्टि केही सर्ट दिने प्रयासमा GW को टिमका खेलाडीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ मिचुको विल बी ओभर हियर म्यायुलाई देख्न सक्छौँ म्याउ म्याउ हुनुहुनेछ म्याउ म्याउको साथसाथै सुभालाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो सुभा विल बी हियर एज वेल अलराइट यो रहेको थियो यहाँनिर GW को टिमका खेलाडीहरूको उपस्थिति देख्न सक्छौँ भने E365 को टिमबाट हेक्जालाई देख्न सक्छौँ हेक्जाको साथसाथै गेम्पीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ गेम्पीको साथसाथै आइको हुनुहुनेछ र आइकोको साथसाथै जोटालाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ अलराइट E365 का खेलाडी अगाडि बढ्ने प्रयासमा रहनेवाला छन् सो E365 को टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ भने आर्ट को टिमलाई पनि अगाडिपट्टि देखिरहेका छौँ लारिसा विल बी द ओन्ली प्लेयर्स बिहाइन्ड दिस कम्पाउन्ड यो कम्पाउन्डभित्र पनि लारिसालाई देख्न सक्छौँ पछाडिबाट बे अगाडिपट्टि अलिकति आफ्नो टिममेटलाई कभर दिने प्रयासमा साथसाथै मिकासालाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो मिकासा विल बी ओभर हियर एज वेल सो मिकासालाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले यहाँनिरबाट आफ्नो एङ्गल जुन छ त्यो निकाल्ने प्रयासमा हुनेछ टिममेटलाई कभर कसरी दिने टिममेटलाई कसरी बचाउनेतर्फ लाग्नुपर्ने हुन्छ यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले को पुश आइसकेको छ ल्यारिसा माइट गेट इन्टु द ट्रबल किनभने पछाडिबाट टोटली हेक्जाको कभर रहिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले ग्रेनेडहरूको अलिकति प्रहार आउन सक्ने सम्भावना मली एन्ड एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ थ्रोवेल्सको प्रहार युज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ भने मुनिपट्टि पर्पललाई देखिरहेका छौँ पर्पलले यहाँनिर हेरिराख्नु भएको छ एकदमै 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 एउटा बाजको नजरले हेरिराख्नु भएको छ मुनिबाट कम्प्लिटली भने यहाँनिर E365 का खेलाडी अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले ओके सो दे विल बी क्लाइम्बिङ बेसिकली ओभर हियर यहाँनिर ल्यारिसा विल बी डाउन गेम्पीको साइडबाट जानेवाला छ प्रहार एन्ड के शॉट आउटको टिम यहाँनिर रिभाइभलको लागि जाने प्रयासमा मिकासा माइट गेट भिजिबल ओभर हियर मुनिपट्टिबाट एलिसको माथि जानेवाला छ प्रहार बे विल बी लिटल बिट ड्यामेज्ड ओभर हियर मिकासालाई देख्न सक्छौँ यहाँनिर लो एचपी शट दिनुभएको थियो भने मिकासा 1 HP मा यहाँनिर सर्भाइभ गरिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ फर्स्ट एड किट लगाउनु हुनेछ सायदै माथिबाट कम्प्लिटली कभर दिनेवाला छन् आउटको टिम पछाडिबाट एकदमै राम्रो कभर दिइरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ भने हेक्जा यहाँनिर कम्प्लिटली राइट साइडबाट रोटेसन लिएर अगाडि बढिराख्नु भएको छ E365 माइट गेट इन्टु द ट्रबल 2 मैन यहाँनिर डाउन भइसक्नु भएको थियो भने गेम्पी जस्ट नाउ यहाँनिर रिभाइभ हुने सिचुएसनमा हुनुहुनेछ बट एलिसलाई यहाँनिर डाउन गरेको देख्न सक्छौँ सो एलिस विल बी डाउन ओभर हियर एज वेल भने E365 कन्भर्ट्स इन्टु अ ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ राइट ओभर हियर बट 2 OP को टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ 2 OP को टिम एडभान्टेज निकाल्ने प्रयासमा आउटको टिमबाट मिकासालाई देख्न सक्छौँ सो मिकासा 1v3 एउटा गर्दै यहाँनिर आइसक्नु भएको छ भने भोइनको टिम एज वेल एज 2 OP को टिमलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ अगाडिपट्टि याङ्कीको अगेन्स्टमा केही सर्ट जानेवाला छ फ्रम मिकासा अगाडिपट्टि फेरि पनि केही सर्ट दिने प्रयासमा भने भोइन भर्सेस 2 OP को यहाँनिर खेल सुरु हुनेवाला छ याङ्की विल बी नक्ड आउट ओभर हियर विक्टीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ विक्टी हुनुहुनेछ पर्पललाई देखिरहेका छौँ पर्पलको साथसाथै साकुरालाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ स्मोक गर्दै यहाँनिर आफ्नो टिममेटलाई अलिकति बचाउने प्रयास त पक्कै पनि रहनेवाला नै छ बट थ्रोवेल्सहरू साथसाथै अलिकति यहाँनिर मल्टिपल पार्टिजहरूको सर्ट्सहरू आइरहेको कारणले गर्दाखेरि बस्ने सम्भावना पनि निकै न्यून देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले फेरि पनि 2 OP को टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ भने माथिपट्टिबाट भोइनका खेलाडीहरू सर्ट दिनेवाला छन् भने एक्ज्याक्टली राइट साइड तर्फबाट आर्टको टिमले सर्ट दिनेवाला छन् 2 OP को टिमको लागि यो भने अलिकति खतराको सङ्केत यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ विक्टी विल बी गोइङ अलिकति अगाडितर्फ बढ्ने प्रयासमा द्याट माइट बी अलिकति डेन्जरस पनि अवश्य पनि रहन सक्नेछ भने साकुरालाई फेरि पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो साकुरा विल बी ओभर हियर विक्टीको माथि केही सर्ट गइरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ मिनी 14 को सर्ट आउनेवाला छ आर्टको टिमबाट ल्यारिसा इज अन फायर अलराइट ल्यारिसालाई यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले मिनी 14 का साथमा केही सर्ट दिने प्रयासमा साकुरा यहाँनिर हुनुहुनेछ याङ्की अलरेडी डाउन विक्टी यहाँनिर नक्ड आउट हुनुहुनेछ भने साकुरालाई र पर्पललाई यहाँनिर कम्प्लिटली ह्यान्डल गरिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले एक्ज्याक्टली लेफ्ट साइडतर्फ भोइनको टिम रहनेवाला छन् भने आर्ट मिकासालाई देख्न सक्छौँ सो मिकासा ओभर हियर एकदमै राम्रो एङ्गल निकाल्दै सो वी क्यान सी मिकासा राइट ओभर हियर भने भोइनको टिमका खेलाडीलाई यहाँनिर स्पट गर्नेवाला छन् उनले बट उनलाई पनि एक्ज्याक्टली अगाडिपट्टिबाट भोइनका खेलाडीले यहाँनिर स्पट गर्ने चान्सेस निकै आइरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ भने 2 OP को टिमबाट साकुरा विल बी डाउन पर्पललाई देख्न सक्छौँ पर्पलको साथसाथै विक्टीलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ भने साकुरा यहाँनिर माइट गेट फिनिस्ड ओभर हियर सो साकुरा यहाँनिर फिनिस हुने सिचुएसनमा देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले अलराइट सो सी इज फिनिस्ड ओभर हियर विक्टीले रिभाइभ गर्न चाहँदै पनि यहाँनिर रिभाइभल भने पाउनु भएको छैन 88 लेडिजलाई देख्न सक्छौँ सो 88 लेडिज यहाँनिर केही सर्ट दिने प्रयासमा स्कार्फ सिंगल ट्यापको सर्ट दिने आइसीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ भने पर्पल इज डाउन ओभर हियर सो पर्पलले हामीले अगाडि नकआउट रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ सो यहाँनिर लास्ट प्लेयरका रूपमा विक्टीलाई सर्भाइभ गरिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ सो विक्टी विल बी द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ फ्रम फर 2 OP एउटा थर्ड पार्टी गर्ने मोमेन्टम जुन उनीहरूले सोचेर आएका थिए त्यो यहाँनिर आर्टको टिम कम्प्लिटली विक्ट्री लिनेवाला छ एन्ड देन भोइनको टिम आयो भोइनको टिम नआएको भए द्याट वुड बी एडभान्टेज फर 2 OP को टिमलाई बट भोइनको टिम आएर त्यहाँनिर उनीहरूलाई अलिकति पोजिसन ह्यान्डल गर्न भने अवश्य नै गाह्रो भएको हामीले देख्न सक्छौँ भने रुथलेस हाइप ओभर हियर अगेन्स्ट VOD सो VOD को टिमबाट बेबी डल यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले अगाडिपट्टि हुनुहुनेछ रुथलेस हाइप भर्सेस VOD ह्यापनिङ राइट ओभर हियर भने VOD को टिमको माथि यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ सुजको अगेन्स्टमा यहाँनिर सुज हुनुहुनेछ नक्ड आउट भइसक्नु भएको छ सुज माथिबाट जानेवाला छ खेलाडी रुथलेस हाइप ओभर हियर सलिनालाई देख्न सक्छौँ सलिना निकै टाढा हुनुहुनेछ फिक्सलाई देख्न सक्छौँ सलिना निकै लो HP को साथमा हेली पनि यहाँनिर डाउन सलिना द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ फ्रम रुथलेस हाइपको टिमबाट अलिकति लेट हुनुभएको जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई यहाँनिर बट मेमिक अगाडिपट्टि देख्न सक्छौँ VOD को टिमबाट दुईटा प्लेयर अलरेडी डाउन मेमिकलाई देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले 1v2 एउटा गरिसक्नु भएको छ अगेन्स्ट रुथलेस हाइप भने मिस प्रीतिलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो मिस प्रीति विल बी ओभर हियर एउटा राम्रो एसिस्टको साथमा बट नक्ड आउट भने अवश्य पनि हुनुभएको छ रिभाइभल पाइसक्नु भएको छ पक्कै पनि रुथलेस हाइपको टिमबाट पनि सलिनालाई देख्न सक्छौँ सलिना विल बी सर्भाइभिङ एज अ सोलो प्लेयर ओभर हियर एक्ज्याक्टली लेफ्ट साइडमा भने यहाँनिर कम्प्लिटली TSR को टिमलाई अगाडि बढिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ सो TSR को टिम अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छ या त दे विल फाइट फर द विक्ट्री त्यो कुरा हेर्नेवाला छ ओके सो दे विल बेसिकली इन्टर इन्टु द सर्कलभित्र जानुहुनेछ अझै पनि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले 14 टिम सर्भाइभिङ 45 प्लेयर्स स्टिल इन द गेम 45 प्लेयर्सलाई हामीले गेमभित्र देख्न सक्छौँ भने भ्याल्डसको टिमबाट फेरि पनि खेलाडी यहाँनिर डाउन गरिरहेको देख्न सक्छौँ सिउसुनको टिमबाट यहाँनिर जानेवाला छन् खेलाडी सिउसुन एलिमेन्टलको टिमबाट एउटा प्लेयर अलरेडी डाउन बट ओके सिउसुनले पनि यहाँनिर निकाल्नुहुनेछ एउटा किल आफ्नो टिमको लागि भने अगाडिपट्टि देख्न सक्छौँ भ्यानिला ओके भ्यानिलाको साइडबाट केही प्रहार दिने प्रयास बस भ्याल्डसको टिमबाट समरको रिफ्लेक्सन यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले फेरि पनि माथिपट्टि देखिरहेका छौँ द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ फ्रम सिउसुन एलिमेन्टलको टिमबाट पनि लास्ट प्लेयरका रूपमा सर्भाइभ गरिराख्नु भएको छ फर्स्ट एड लगाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ थ्रोएबल्सको प्रहार रहनेवाला छ फेरि अवश्य पनि भ्याल्डसको टिमबाट समर गोज डाउन ओभर हियर समरको साइडबाट पनि 1v2 एउटा देख्न सक्छौँ अगेन्स्ट टिम SYS अलराइट यसैको साथमा VOD को टिम कम्प्लिटली यहाँनिर रुथलेस हाइपको टिमलाई वाइप आउट गर्दै 88 लेडिजलाई देख्न सक्छौँ 88 लेडिज पनि ट्राइङ टु गेट इनसाइड द जोन GW को टिमबाट खेलाडी डाउन भइसक्नु भएको छ सो सुबा विल बी नक्ड आउट ओभर हियर सुबालाई यहाँनिर नक्ड आउट रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ भने हामीले म्याउ विल बी ओभर हियर म्याउको साथसाथै मायुलाई देख्न सक्छौँ र मायुको साथसाथै मिचिकोलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ सो मिचिको विल बी हियर एज वेल पार्टीको टिमको कुरा गर्दाखेरि पार्टीको टिमबाट देख्न सक्छौँ विन्टर हुनुहुनेछ विन्टरको साथसाथै हेसिरीको साथसाथै काइली एन्ड देन काइलीको साथसाथै भिक्टोरियालाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो भिक्टोरिया विल बी हियर एज वेल अलराइट यसैको साथमा अगाडि GW को टिमबाट देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले खेलाडीहरूलाई ओके GW को टिमबाट देख्न सक्छौँ मिचिको साइडबाट जानेवाला छ केही प्रहार अगेन्स्ट पार्टीको टिमको अगेन्स्टमा केही सर्ट दिने प्रयासमा मायु विल बी ओभर हियर मायुको साथबाट केही ग्रेनेड दिने प्रयासमा हुनुहुनेछ भने पार्टीको टिमबाट यहाँनिर डाउन ओके GW मायु यहाँनिर आफ्नै टिममेटलाई डाउन गर्दै GW मायु देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले भने म्याउ विल बी ओभर हियर म्याउ विल बी डाउन अलराइट मिचिकोलाई देख्न सक्छौँ मिचिको विल बी द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ आफ्नै प्लेयरलाई यहाँनिर मायुले ग्रेनेड गर्नुभएको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले अलराइट अब भने अलिकति गाह्रो सिचुएसनमा पक्कै पनि फसिसकेको छ GW को टिम पार्टीको टिमबाट पुसाउनेवाला छ मिचिको विल बी द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ गेस वाट यहाँनिर GW को टिम कम्प्लिटली गोज डाउन बाई द पार्टीको टिम अलराइट पार्टीको टिम कम्प्लिटली वाइप आउट गर्न सक्थे म्याउको साइडबाट एउटा राम्रो क्लियरेन्स रहेको थियो राम्रो एउटा पोजिसन रहेको थियो भने मायुको जुन ग्रेनेड थ्रोइङ थियो त्यो ग्रेनेड सायदै डिफ्लेक्ट भएर टु द टिममेट्स रिटर्न भएर आएर आफू पनि नक हुनुभएको थियो साथसाथै आफ्नो साथीलाई पनि नक गराउनु भएको थियो अलराइट केही छैन वेल ट्राइड GW राम्रो एउटा प्रयास अवश्य पनि रहेको थियो भने अलराइट यहाँबाट अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छौँ हामी पार्टीको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ भने भोइनको टिम विल बी ओभर हियर भोइनको टिमबाट दिदीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ दिदीको साथसाथै कारा विल बी ओभर हियर काराको साथसाथै फेरि पनि मर्लिनको साथसाथै रेजरलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो रेजर विल बी ओभर हियर एज वेल माइरोनको टिमका खेलाडीको कुरा गर्दाखेरि फ्राइडे हुनुहुनेछ फ्राइडेको साथसाथै मफीको साथसाथै पिङ्गुलाई देख्न सक्छौँ र पिङ्गुको साथसाथै रिउलाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ भने अगाडिपट्टि भ्याल्डसको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ भ्याल्डसको टिम विल बी ओभर हियर भ्याल्डसको टिम फाइटिङ अगेन्स्ट 3AM को टिम यहाँनिर दिनेवाला छ फेरि पनि प्रहार जानेवाला छ गाडीपट्टि अलराइट एउटा बहुतै राम्रो खेल अगाडि देख्न सक्छौँ भने माइरोनको टिमका खेलाडीलाई फेरि पनि अगाडिपट्टि देख्न सक्छौँ सो माइरोन विल बी बेसिकली ओभर हियर माइरोनको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ अगाडिपट्टि रहनेवाला छन् भने फेरि पनि यहाँनिर टिएसआरको टिमलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ द सोल रिपर्स विल बी बेसिकली स्ट्यान्डिङ ओभर हियर यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले द सोल रिपर्सको टिम रहनेवाला छन् भने भिओडीको टिमलाई एक्ज्याक्टली अगाडि देख्न सक्छौँ पार्टीको टिमबाट विन्टर विल बी गोइङ अहेड बट विन्टरको माथि आउनेवाला छ सर्ट यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ सो विन्टर अगाडि बढिराख्नु भएको छ भने भोइनको टिमबाट खेलाडीहरू ट्राइङ टु गेट इन्टु द जोन सर्कल निकै सानो भइसकेको देख्न सक्छौँ द सोल रिपर्स विल बी ओभर हियर सोल रिपर्सको टिमबाट महालाई देख्न सक्छौँ एन्थनी हिर्दालाई पनि देखिरहेका छौँ सर्ट जानेवाला छ भिओडी मेमिक ट्राइङ टु गेट इन्टु द सर्कल सर्कलभित्र आफ्नो लागि एउटा सुरक्षित ठाउँ बनाउने प्रयासमा बट सर्ट आउनेवाला छ उनलाई एन्ड देन भेहिकल भने यहाँनिर ब्लास्ट गरेर जति चाँडो सक्यो आफ्नो लागि एउटा कभर भने सेट गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ बट ओके 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 भिओडी मिस प्रीति विल बी अल्सो ओभर हियर मिस प्रीतिलाई पछाडिबाट सर्ट आउनेवाला छ स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमबाट यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले खेलाडीलाई भ्याल्डसको टिम रहनेवाला छन् भने 3MG को टिम कम्प्लिटली यहाँनिर गोज डाउन देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले लास्ट प्लेयरका रूपमा बाउ विल बी ओभर हियर भने भ्याल्डसको टिमका खेलाडीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ रिभाइभल जानेवाला छ 3M को टिम यहाँनिर विल बी गिभिङ रिभाइभ टु हर टिममेट बट आर्टको टिमबाट थ्रोवेल्स आउनेवाला छ ओके फेरि पनि यहाँनिर ब्याङलाई नक्ट आउट रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ भने बाउ विल बी द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ राइट अवे भिओडीको टिम विल बी गिभिङ रिभाइभ टु हर टिममेट आफ्नो टिममेटलाई रिभाइभ दिनुहुनेछ भने माइरोनको टिमबाट खेलाडीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ फेरि पनि यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ भिओडीको टिम कम्प्लिटली गोज डाउन माइरोनको टिमले यहाँनिर किल सेक्योर गर्नुहुनेछ भने भ्याल्डसको टिमबाट स्काईलाई डाउन गर्नेवाला छन् स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमले यहाँनिर दिनेवाला छन् प्रहार जेनीको साइडबाट भने आर्टको टिमबाट मिकासालाई यहाँनिर प्रहार दिएको देख्न सक्छौँ पार्टी इन एक्सन विथ अ टोटल डोमिनेसन बट विन्टर गोज डाउन ओभर हियर विन्टरलाई पनि हामीले नक आउट रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ विन्टर फिनिस भइसक्नु भएको छ भने बेला यहाँनिर नक आउट भएको देख्न सक्छौँ भने एलिस विल बी ओभर हियर विथ M249 को साथमा हुनुहुनेछ केही सर्ट दिन चाहनुहुन्थ्यो माथिपट्टि बट ओके अलिकति हिप फायरका साथमा अगाडि बढ्न चाहन्थे बट पार्टीको टिमबाट हे सिरी विल बी ओभर हियर विथ 9 सोलो किल्स अलराइट हे सिरीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले 9 सोलो किल्सको साथमा सो सी विल बी ओभर हियर विथ 9 सोलो किल्स पार्टीको टिमको साइडतर्फबाट पनि अगाडि भ्याल्डसको टिम रहनेवाला छन् 3MG को टिम माइरोनको टिम रहनेवाला छन् र सोल रिपर्स विल बी ओभर हियर सोल रिपर्सको माथि जानेवाला छ प्रहार महा विल बी नक्ड आउट महालाई नक्ड आउट रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ गिर्जा जोनभन्दा बाहिरबाट अगाडि बढ्न चाहनुहुन्छ डिसिङमा गोली लाग्यो एन्ड गेस वाट यहाँनिर 3MG को टिम कम्प्लिटली वाइप्ड आउट भ्याल्डसको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ भ्याल्डस विन एक्सन 3MG को टिम कम्प्लिटली वाइप्ड आउट गर्दै उनीहरू अगाडि बढ्नेवाला छन् भने एउटा प्लेयर स्टिल नक्ड आउट रहेको छ भ्याल्डसको टिमबाट स्काई इज नक्ड आउट जसलाई रिभाइभ दिइराख्नु भएको छ भने बेन्जामिन एन्ड देन यहाँनिर समरलाई देखिरहेका छौँ दुईजना अगाडिपट्टि फाइट लिने प्रयासमा राइट यसैको साथमा पार्टीको टिमबाट पनि यहाँनिर एउटा प्लेयर अलरेडी डाउन माइरोनको टिमबाट फ्राइडे गोज डाउन ओभर हियर पार्टीको टिमबाट हे सिरी विल बी नक्ड आउट काइली विल बी डाउन ओभर हियर एन्ड गेस वाट दुईटा प्लेयर अलरेडी नक्ड आउट गरेका थिए उनीहरूले बट पार्टीको टिम कम्प्लिटली गोज डाउन ओभर हियर भ्याल्डसको टिम इन एक्सन राइट अवे विथ 11 किल्स 11 किलको साथमा उनीहरूको साथबाट डोमिनेसन के रहला त विल बी वाचिङ दिस राइट अवे मेक श्योर यु हिट दैट लाइक एन्ड सब्सक्राइब बटन माइरोनको टिमबाट जानेवाला छ प्रहार अब भने देख्न सक्छौँ पिङ्गुको साइडबाट भिक्टोरिया विल गो डाउन स्काईलाई पनि यहाँनिर डाउन गरेको देख्न सक्छौँ ब्लोक माइरन यहाँनिर माइरनले पुश गर्ने पर्ने देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले सो माइरन इज टु पुश ओभर हियर आई गेस जेनी एससी विल बी ओभर हियर एन्ड यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ समर हुनुहुनेछ भने बेन्जामिनलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ भने स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिम रहनेवाला छन् एक्ज्याक्टली मुनिपट्टि जेनी एन्ड देन भेरीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ ओके स्पटेड ओभर हियर माथि जानेवाला छ सर्ट फेरि पनि भ्याल्डसको माथि जेनी एससीको माथि केही सर्ट्स गएको छ भने उनीहरूलाई जोनले पनि अलिकति फेभर गरेको छ सो स्ट्रिट र्याली अलिकति सर्कलले पनि फेभर गरेको देख्न सक्यौँ हामीले बट ओके अब भने लास्ट सर्कल नै रहेको छ सो सर्कलको एडभान्टेज भन्दा पनि डोमिनेसनको लागि दे विल बी वेटिङ फर द करेक्ट मोमेन्ट यहाँनिर दुईवटा बाइक लिएर बसेका छन् उनीहरू दुईटा प्लेयरको डुओ गेम रहनेवाला छ माइरोनको टिमबाट खेलाडी गोज डाउन ओभर हियर स्ट्रिट र्याली एकदमै राम्रो कमब्याक निकाल्दै आफ्नो टिमको लागि बट ओके उनीहरूको किल पनि यहाँनिर सेक्योर गर्नेवाला छन् अरूले नै स्ट्रिट र्याली यहाँनिर इन्स्ट्यान्ट किल सेक्योर गराउँदै अब भने सिचुएसन यहाँनिर स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमको अगेन्स्टमा आउनेवाला छ 3v2 को सिचुएसन रहेको छ स्ट्रिट र्याली यु गाइज निड टु प्रुभ योर सेल्फ भने भ्याल्डसको टिम यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ 13 किलको टोटल डोमिनेसनको साथमा रहेका छन् र स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमलाई 2 किलको साथमा देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले यहाँनिर सो कुन टिमले लानेवाला छ त विनर चिकन डिनरको ट्याग अबको हाम्रो सुपर विकेन्ड 1 को फाइनल गेम अफ द डे यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ सो भ्याल्डस विल बी ओभर हियर भ्याल्डसको टिमलाई देखिरहेका छौँ समरको साथसाथै जेनी एससीको साथसाथै बेन्जामिनलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो बेन्जामिन विल बी ओभर हियर एज वेल थ्रोवेल्स अलिकति स्मोक गर्ने प्रयासमा खेलाडीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ स्मोक गर्दै हुनुहुनेछ अगाडिपट्टि ड्रप रहनेवाला छ एक्ज्याक्टली लेफ्ट ह्यान्ड साइडतर्फ पनि स्ट्रेट र्यालीको टिम स्मोकको साथमा अलिकति अगाडि साइडतर्फ सायदै बढ्ने प्रयास गर्नेवाला छन् सो त्यो हेर्नेवाला छ बट समरको माथि जानेवाला छ प्रहार समर नियरली नक्ड आउट ओभर हियर भने स्ट्रेट र्यालीको टिमलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ जेनी यहाँनिर निकै लो एचपीको साथमा फर्स्ट एड किट अप्लाई गर्नुहुनेछ पक्कै पनि फर्स्ट एड किट अप्लाई गरेको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले जेनीलाई भने बेरीलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ सो बेरी विल बी ओभर हियर फर्स्ट एड किट अप्लाई गर्नुहुनेछ यही सर्ट जानेवाला छ जेनी यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ बेरी गोज डाउन जेनी विल बी द ओन्ली प्लेयर सर्भाइभिङ फर हर टिम बट गेस वाट यहाँनिर लानेवाला छन् चिकन डिनर भ्याल्डसको टिमले सो ओके भ्याल्डसको टिम एउटा टोटल डोमिनेसनको साथमा यहाँनिर जिजी गरिसकेका छन् उनीहरूले चिकन डिनर एउटा आफ्नो टिमको लागि निकालिसकेका छन् सो कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन्स भ्याल्डस भने स्ट्रिट र्याली वेल प्लेड गर्ल्स निकै राम्रो प्रयास पनि यहाँनिर गरेको देख्न सक्यौँ हामीले स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमको साइडतर्फबाट पनि बट अब भने जानुपर्ने हुन्छ हामी रिजल्टको सिनतिर रिजल्टको सिनभन्दा अगाडि फेरि पनि अलराइट सो फेरि पनि आइ एम ब्याक ओभर हियर so you are currently watching Ruthless Hype presents LIPL Super Weekend 1 Day 3 रहेको छ आजको फुल एन्ड फाइनल डे रहेको छ रिजल्ट आउँछ बट रिजल्ट आउनुभन्दा अगाडि स्लाइटली हामी पोइन्ट्स टेबल एन्ड देन अरू कुराहरू यसो डिस्कस गर्नेवाला छौँ है त सो अलराइट यहाँनिर प्राइस पुल देख्न सक्छौँ सो प्राइस पुल भने टोटल $700 को रहनेवाला छ जहाँ फर्स्ट पोजिसन होल्डर विल गेट $275 सेकेन्ड विल गेट $175 थर्ड विल गेट $100 एन्ड देन इम्पेरियम टिम अफ द विकको जुन अवार्ड रहेको छ $100 को सो त्यो विक 1 मा $50 को रहनेवाला छ भने विक 2 मा $50 को रहनेवाला छ ओके यो रहेको थियो इम्पेरियम टिम अफ द विक एन्ड देन टोटल प्राइस पुलको कुरा रहेको थियो यो एन्ड देन लेट्स गेट इन्टु द रोड म्यापमा जाँदाखेरि वी आर करेन्टली अन विक 1 लिग प्लेको हामी सुपर विकेन्डको डे 3 मा रहेका छौँ सो ओके वी आर करेन्टली इन डे 3 सो आजबाट कम्प्लिटली विक 1 लिग प्ले विल बी फिनिस्ड ओभर एन्ड देन भोलि बिदा छ सायदै सो टुमोरो देयर वोन्ट बी एनी गेम आई गेस एन्ड देन आफ्टर डे आफ्टर टुमोरो यानि कि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले 5 अक्टोबर भनिएको छ यहाँनिर होइन सो 5 अक्टोबर भनेपछि पर्सि सो पर्सिदेखि ट्युसडेदेखि फेरि विल बी ब्याक विथ द गेम विक लिग प्ले हुनेवाला छ फर 2 डेज 5 अक्टोबर एन्ड देन 6 अक्टोबर 2 दिन लिग प्ले हुनेवाला छ भने सुपर विकेन्ड फेरि पनि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले 8, 9 एन्ड देन 10 यानि कि 3 दिनको सुपर विकेन्ड हुनेवाला छ भने 2 दिनको हाम्रो लिग प्ले हुनेवाला छ सो लेट्स गेट एक्साइटेड फर द्याट एज वेल कुन कुन टिम चढ्नेवाला छ र कुन कुन टिम झर्नेवाला छ त्यो कुरा हेर्नेवाला छौँ स्लट लिस्टको कुरा गर्दाखेरि सुपर विकेन्ड विक 1 को कुरा गर्नेवाला छौँ इन्फिनिटी लेडिज पार्टी गेडिसेस भेटरन अफ डेथ 2OP स्पोर्ट्स 88 लेडिज E365 पावरपफ आर्ट अफ टिमोर गोर्खाली वारियर्स रुथलेस हाइप वोइन 88 लेडिज सिउ सुन एलिमेन्टलको टिम रहनेवाला छन् साथसाथै द सोल रिपर्स स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिम रहनेवाला छन् भने माइरन ओरियन र 3M गर्ल्सलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ र भ्याल्डस युफ्रोसिनको टिमलाई पनि हामीले यहाँनिर प्रेजेन्टेड रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ भने भ्याल्डसको टिमबाट एकदमै नेक्स्ट लेभलको गेम प्ले जुन रहेको छ त्यो हामीले देख्न पाएका थियौँ आजको दिनमा सो या वेल प्लेड एउटा राम्रो खेल खेलेको देख्न सक्यौँ अलराइट अब पनि हामी लाग्नुपर्ने हुन्छ एकचोटि विनर चिकन डिनरको फोरकास्ट एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ आयो आएन सो त्यो कुराहरूको लागि हामी वेट गर्नेवाला छौँ मेक स्योर टु हिट द्याट लाइक सेयर एन्ड सब्सक्राइब बटन अलराइट रिजल्ट आइसकेको छ सो इन योर स्क्रिन इन 3, 2, 1 लेट्स गो अलराइट रिजल्टको कुरा गर्दाखेरि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले भ्याल्डस युफ्रोसिन हेभ गट द फाइनल चिकन डिनर यहाँनिर देख्न सक्छौँ सो दे हेभ गट 15 किल पोइन्ट्स 30 म्याच पोइन्ट्स भने टोटल कलेक्ट गर्नुभएको छ उहाँहरूले एन्ड देन ओभरअल ऱ्याङ्किङ्सको कुरा गर्दाखेरि दे आर नाउ इन सेकेन्ड पोजिसन टोटल पोइन्ट्स भने उहाँहरूको 114 पोइन्ट्स रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ सो कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन्स भ्याल्डस युफ्रोसाइन अलराइट यो रहेको थियो हाम्रो विनर चिकन डिनरको जुन ट्याग थियो यो देख्न सक्छौँ अब पनि डाइरेक्टली लेट्स गेट इन्टु द किल स्क्रिन आयो आएन एन्ड देन ओभरअल म्याच स्ट्यान्डिङ्सहरू हेड टु हेड रिपोर्ट डे रिपोर्टहरू आयो आएन त्यो कुराहरू पनि हेर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ हामीले सो ओके आइसकेको छ रिजल्ट इन योर स्क्रिन in 3, 2, 1 let's go Alright, so पार्टीको टिमबाट देख्न सक्छौँ Hey Siri is over here with 9 kills 9 solo kills from party Hey Siri so well played kill contribution को कुरा गर्दा 75% kill contribution रहेको छ so congratulations भ्याल्डस को टिमबाट दुई जना प्लेयरको नाम आएको देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले भ्याल्डस युफ्रोसिनको टिम साइडतर्फबाट 6 kills रहेको छ जेनी एससी को साइडबाट पनि 5 kills रहेको छ बेन्जामिनको साइडतर्फबाट so well played भने माइरनको टिमबाट पिङ्गुको देख्न सक्छौँ 4 kill रहेको छ माइरन ओरियनको भने भिओडी को टिम टिम यानी कि टिम फ्रम नेपाल ओभर हियर भिओडी को टिमबाट भने 3 किल निकाल्न सफल हुनुभएको छ हाम्रो भिओडी मेमिकले अलराइट सो मेमिक इज ओभर हियर विथ 3 किल्स एन्ड देन किल कन्ट्रिब्युसन भने 75% रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ सो ओभरअल टप किल लिडर्सको कुरा गर्दाखेरि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले टप प्लेयर्सको कुरा गर्दा भ्याल्डसको टिमबाट जेनी एसी विल बी ओभर हियर 26 किल्सको साथमा किल कन्ट्रिब्युसन 40.6% रहेको छ भने केपीएम 3.3 को रहेको छ एज वेल एज भ्याल्डसकै टिमबाट देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले बेन्जामिनलाई विथ 19 किल्स रहेको छ भ्याल्डसकै टिमबाट बेन्जामिनको एन्ड देन केपीएमको कुरा गर्दा 2.4 केपीएम रहेको छ भने देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले 28.7% रहेको छ किल कन्ट्रिब्युसन एन्ड देन यसैको साथमा 2 ओपी पर्पल डिजीलाई देख्न सक्छौँ सो उहाँको साइडबाट पनि 16 किल्स रहेको छ भने 39% किल कन्ट्रिब्युसन रहेको छ भोइन डिडी इज ओभर हियर विथ 15 किल्स एन्ड देन 40.5 किल कन्ट्रिब्युसन E365 को टिमबाट हेक्सा इज ओभर हियर विथ 14 किल्स एन्ड देन 46.7% किल कन्ट्रिब्युसनको साथमा अलराइट यो थियो हाम्रो किल स्क्रिन अब भने डाइरेक्टली लेट्स गेट इन्टु द म्याच स्क्रिन सो वेटिङ फर द म्याच स्क्रिन्स सो या in your screen in 3 2 1 let's go alright यो रहेको थियो म्याच स्ट्यान्डिङ्स एन्ड देन म्याच स्ट्यान्डिङ्सको कुरा गर्दा भ्याल्डस इफ्रोसिन इज ओभर हियर विथ 30 पोइन्ट्स पार्टी गरिस इज विथ 20 माइरन ओरियन विथ 17 स्ट्रिट र्याली विथ 14 आर्ट अफ टिमवर्क विथ 9 3M गर्ल्स विथ 7 द सोल रिपर्स विथ 7 एन्ड देन भेटरन अफ डेथ विथ 5 पोइन्ट्स रहेको छ अलराइट यो रहेको थियो फर्स्ट फेज एन्ड देन लेट्स गेट इन्टु द नेक्स्ट फेजको कुरा गर्दाखेरि 88 लेडिज आर ओभर हियर विथ 3 पोइन्ट्स रुथलेस हाइप विथ 3 पोइन्ट्स VOIN V88 लेडिज विथ 2 पोइन्ट्स गोर्खाली वारियर्स विथ 1 point 2 OP Esports विथ 1 point सिउ सुन एलिमेन्टल विथ 0 एन्ड देन E365 र इन्फिनिटी लेडिजलाई पनि हामीले यो जुन लास्ट गेम रहेको थियो मिरामारको सो यहाँबाट पनि 0-0 पोइन्ट्स कलेक्ट गरेको देख्न सक्यौँ अलराइट लेट्स गेट इन्टु द ओभरअल रिजल्ट्स ओभरअल र्याङ्किङ साइडतर्फ पनि लाग्नुपर्ने हुन्छ अब भने अलराइट सो इन योर स्क्रिन इन 3 2 1 लेट्स गो ओके 2 OP स्पोर्ट्सलाई देख्न सक्छौँ विथ 123 पोइन्ट्स यहाँनिर देखिरहेका छौँ भ्याल्डसको टिम रियली यु गाइज डिड भेरी वेल एट द भेरी एन्डिङ मोमेन्टमा एकदमै राम्रो खेलेको भ्याल्डसको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ सो नियरली यहाँनिर हार्डली 9 to 10 पोइन्ट्सको डिफ्रेन्सेस रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ बिट्विन फर्स्ट एन्ड सेकेन्डको बिचमा बट प्लेसमेन्टको कुरा गर्दाखेरि 2 OP स्पोर्ट्स नेक्स्ट लेभलमा चढेको हामीले देख्न सक्छौँ मोर देन 30 पोइन्ट्स यहाँनिर प्लेसमेन्टमा रहेको छ भने किल्सको कुरा गर्दाखेरि ओके 20 to 30 पोइन्ट्स यहाँनिर भ्याल्डस र 2 OP को बिचमा डिफरेन्स रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ भने भोइनको टिम इज ओभर हियर विथ 83 पोइन्ट्स पार्टी विथ 75 रुथलेस हाइप विथ 68 पोइन्ट्स 88 लेडिज विथ 64 द सोल रिपर्स विथ 63 एन्ड E365 पावर पफ विथ 63 पोइन्ट्स रहेको छ अलराइट यो थियो हाम्रो ओभरअल स्ट्यान्डिङको फर्स्ट पेज एन्ड लेट्स गेट इन्टु द नेक्स्ट पेज सो माइरोनको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ 61 पोइन्टको साथमा स्ट्रिट र्याली विथ 61 इन्फिनिटी लेडिज विथ 54 गोर्खाली वारियर्स विथ 51 3M गर्ल्स विथ 49 सियु सुन एलिमेन्टल विथ 46 भेटरन अफ डेथ विथ 31 एन्ड देन आर्ट अफ टिमवर्क विथ 30 पोइन्ट्स रहेको छ अलराइट यो रहेको छ हाम्रो ओभरअल स्ट्यान्डिङ्स फर सुपर विकेन्ड पोस्ट म्याच 9 सम्मको यस प्रकारले रहनेवाला छ रिजल्ट एन्ड लेट्स गेट इन्टु द हेड टु हेडहरू पनि हेर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ हामीले सो लेट्स गेट इन्टु हेड टु हेड रिजल्ट्स के कस्तो आयो त रिजल्टहरू सो ओके इन योर स्क्रिन इन 3 2 1 लेट्स गो अलराइट हेड टु हेडको कुरा गर्दाखेरि देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले 2 OP स्पोर्ट्स इज ओभर हियर एज वेल एज भ्याल्डस स्पोर्ट्सलाई पनि देख्न सक्छौँ भने 123 पोइन्ट्स रहेको छ 2 OP स्पोर्ट्सको एन्ड देन 114 रहेको छ भ्याल्डसको किल्सको कुरा गर्दा 41 रहेको छ 2 OP को एन्ड देन 64 रहेको छ भ्याल्डसको प्लेसमेन्टको कुरा गर्दाखेरि फार मोर अहेड भनौँ न होइन देन भ्याल्डसको अगाडि एकदमै अगाडि बढिसक्नु भएको छ 2 OP स्पोर्ट्स 82 पोइन्ट्सको साथमा भने भ्याल्डस इज ओभर हियर विथ 50 पोइन्ट्स विनर चिकन डिनरको कुरा गर्दाखेरि दुईवटा चिकन डिनर खानुभएको थियो भ्याल्डसको टिमले भने यी 2 OP को टिमले एउटा चिकन डिनर खानुभएको देख्न सक्छौँ किल पर म्याचको कुरा गर्दाखेरि 4.6 रहेको छ किल पर म्याच एन्ड देन यता भने 8 किल पर म्याच रहेको देख्न सक्छौँ फ्रम भ्याल्डसको टिम सो वेल प्लेड वेल ग्राइन्ड एकदमै राम्रो यहाँनिर खेलेको देख्न सक्यौँ एन्ड देन लेट्स गेट इन्टु द अनदर सिन सो डे रिपोर्ट पनि हेर्नेवाला छौँ हामी स्लाइटली लेट्स गेट इन्टु द रिजल्ट सो ओके इन योर स्क्रिन इन 3 2 1 लेट्स गो अलराइट भ्याल्डसको टिमलाई नै देखिरहेका छौँ हामी झलमल्ल चारैतिर भ्याल्डसको टिम बट बिचमा आयो रातो चन्द्र र सूर्य भनौँ न होइन अलराइट भ्याल्डसको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ हामीले यहाँनिर विथ 52 पोइन्ट्स कलेक्ट गर्नुभएको थियो फ्रम टुडे एन्ड देन भ्याल्डस इफ्रोसिनकै साइडबाट देख्न सक्छौँ किल्सको कुरा गर्दा 26 किल पोइन्ट्स कलेक्ट गर्नुभएको थियो भने चिकन डिनर एउटा लिनुभएको थियो एन्ड देन साथसाथै स्ट्रिट र्यालीको टिमलाई देख्न सक्छौँ मोस्ट हाइएस्ट प्लेसमेन्ट फर टुडे आई गेस सो 31 पोइन्ट्स कलेक्ट गर्नुभएको छ भने केपिएमको कुरा गर्दा भ्याल्डस इफ्रोसाइन इज ओभर हियर विथ 8.7 केपिएम अल राइट सो यति नै थियो आजको लागि लाइभमा सो अब भने हामी बिदा लिन चाहन्छौँ सो विकेन्ड 1 डे 3 को म्याच 3 पनि सकिसकेको छ अब सी यू गाइज डे आफ्टर टुमोरो सो डे आफ्टर टुमोरो हाम्रो फेरि पनि भेट हुनेवाला छ आई गेस सो पर्सिदेखि आई गेस इम्पेरियम सर वोन्ट बी ओभर हियर सो इन केस अफ आवर इन एब्सेन्स अफ our Imperium sir, I guess another caster brother, our Lee brother will be casting or some other casters will be casting. So that will be a suspense as well. So त्यो दिन हेर्नेवाला छौँ हामीले के हुनेवाला छ. Make sure to hit that like, share and subscribe button. Let's make it 300. Let's make it 3K family together. Alright. आजको लागि यति नै थियो. So यहीँनिर बिदा लिन चाहन्छु म लगायत Ruthless Hype family यहीँ बिदा लिन चाहन्छु. हस्त सबैजनालाई टेक केयर, लभ यु, गुड बाई.